Hello everyone, we are live. But I'm just trying to set a few things up, guys, so bear with me. We've got the Sup Crazy X-Man. We have got the Plant McCumby farm right now, which is an absolute banger. I'm just trying to set this up, so bear with me a moment. I need to get a few things sorted. There we go, right, that's there. Cool. Bear with me, guys. Sorry, I'm just getting this all set up. Won't be too much longer. This McCumby fight is great. Really, really good stuff. Oh my god. It's so tedious. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get the chat up on my my streaming software. It's taking longer than I thought it would. Bloody Google with its Fort Knox verification system is always a little bit time consuming. But anyway, we're almost there. Crazy X-Man, to be honest with you, I've not been scoring the fight, man. I've been trying to half set this up, half watch it. I know Plant's made some adjustments. It looks like he's doing much better now. But McCumby's got the knockdown. Started the fight much better. Was scoring those power shots from range. So, yeah, right. Chat is on. Good. Now, I just need to... I'm just going to sort out the tags on the video, guys, so that people can find us. Because at the minute, I think it's got the tags from the last one I did, which are not relevant. So, just going to sort that out. And then I'll start watching this fight properly. Because at the minute, I'm not really giving it my attention. Right, let's see. Content live. All right, here we go. Okay. Right, let me delete all of these. And refresh these. Done. Okay. Right, guys. Sorry. Okay. I think we're now good. Can if anyone's watching, can you just drop a comment in the chat just to make sure my volume is okay on the mic, and just let me know that the stream's working okay. I think I need to focus this a little bit actually. Let me see. That's better. There we go. It's a wee bit clearer. So you can all see my distinctly average face in a little better detail. So there we go, guys. Right, so we're live, finally, I think. As I say, if you could drop some chats. Crazy X-Man, did I watch Joey Knight's fight? No, I didn't. I haven't seen it. It was in the middle of the night for me because I'm in Australia. But I saw he lost, which is disappointing. Did you watch it? I really thought he was going to beat that kid. So I'll be interested to see what happened. Too zoomed in now. Oh, wait, hang on. I'll just stand a bit further back. Is that better? Oh, do you know what? There's just a slight lag. Yeah, it just zooms in when I'm doing the... focus. Okay. So commentary has Plant up right now by 3 rounds. But to be honest with you, that might be a little bit... You know, the commentary sounded a little bit biased to me. They've not been particularly complimentary of McCumby's work. You know, McCumby is more basic than Plant, but, you know, he hasn't had to be too complicated to get some big shots in. But then at the same time, you know, Plant's showing his advanced level. You know, he's made his adjustments. And he's looking like the better man right now. I might have to get this on my phone because I don't think my internet connection is loving having a stream and an upload going at the same time. But if I do that, I'm going to save that for the Canelo fight. So for now, this will do. Oh. McCumby's in trouble, but he's still fighting back. Fair play. All right, well, I'm very disappointed for Joey that he didn't get the win, but it's one of them where I believe he could probably come back stronger. I'd like to think so anyway. And yeah, hopefully he can get a shot at someone else who lost in that tournament. Be sad to think if that was sort of the end of the road for him. I know he enjoys it. I'm just going to turn my light up a little bit, guys. One sec. There we go. That's a bit better. Back to the Plant fight anyway. I always find it hard to start watching a fight from sort of the midway point. Without the context of what's happened earlier, it's really hard to know what's going on right now. But it looks like McCumby's pretty tired. Plant looks like he's on the front foot advancing. As I say, I did catch that he sort of made some pretty significant adjustments midway through the rounds. And right now they're just up on the ropes, and I think this has been Plant's adjustment. It's been not to box him at range and shoulder roll him. It's been to kind of get the high guard up and come forward and walk him down. And he's landing some good punches right now, Caleb Plant. McCumby's a good character, though. I think he's actually pretty good for the super middleweight division. But ironically, I think both of these guys might be better than Berlanga. So, yeah, that says a lot, doesn't it? It does. Okay. Oh, huge shots from Plant and the fight's off. It's over. And he stopped McCumby there. And there were some stunning straights, and McCumby's pissed because the bell literally went as Plant was landing those punches. That was very, very borderline. You'd feel very, very hard done by. Look, he's showing that he's okay. He's sort of bouncing on the spot. Ever the entertainer, McCumby. But look, to be honest, that goes on 5 seconds longer. He could have got really hurt. So I understand why they've called it there, but if you were McCumby, you'd be a bit disappointed because it was literally on the bell that it got stopped. But Plant was busting him up anyway. The fight was only going one way. So I'm comfortable enough with that stoppage. But good respect in between the guys, as you always like to see at the end of a fight. And I think McCumby's a good addition to 168. I think he can have some decent fights now in that division. Maybe fight Berlanga when he loses to Canelo. Yeah. Let's take a look at how we're getting on right now. So we've got 5 concurrent viewers right now, which isn't loads. But that's okay, guys. We're in it for the long haul today. I wish I could have gotten a bit earlier, but to be honest with you, I wasn't too interested in any of those fights. I would like to have done this whole fight in its entirety, but you know, here we are. If anybody wants to buy the Canelo Berlanga fight on DAZN, there's a link in the bio that you can jump on. And I don't make any money from it. Sorry, I don't make any money from the zone. Some of you will know I've done this affiliate partnership. I don't make any money unless people actually use the link. It doesn't cost you anymore. So if you're planning on buying the fight anyway, then guys, you might as well use my link and support me, right? But yeah, I'm not going to ask people to jump on my link just because I want money. So it's if you're going to buy it anyway, then use my link. That'd be great. If you want to buy the fight to support my channel, that would be overly generous, but I would appreciate you. And you get to watch the fight in better quality than if you do it by other means. So, but look, we're streaming anyway, so you're more than welcome to stick here. I'm happy to have you. And yeah, we're gonna be commenting next on this Danny Garcia against Erislandy Lara fight, which is a bit of a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one. It's very boxing. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, I mean, referee cannot think about the time left in the round, the commentator says. I don't agree with that because the amount of time left in the round directly links to the safety of the fighter, because if there's more time left, he's less safe. If there's less time left, he can probably get through it. So, yeah. I mean, I think Plant was on his way to winning anyway, but still, if you're McCumby, that's a bit annoying. That would be a frustrating finish to have to accept. Just checking my the stream on my phone, guys. Guys, please shut the stream a like. I definitely want to get this out to as many people as possible this morning or tonight, wherever you are. For me, it's 11:49 a.m. in Australia. And yeah, I want to get this out to as many people as possible. Beth Anial, congrats to Plant, respect to Trevor. Did you watch the fight, mate? What did you think of it? I thought that McCumby made it really exciting. I think he's a good character. I think he's got good power. Bit limited. But he'll get more fights now. And Plant made the adjustments and Plant went on to get the win. So fair play to Caleb Plant. And I like Caleb Plant. I think he's a good boxer. I don't think he's got the best chin. It's not bad. It's not a bad chin. He took some big shots there, to be fair. But yeah, let me know what you thought of that fight, guys. Did you think that stoppage was fair enough? If you were watching. I don't know if you guys have this, wherever you are in the world, but this Coco Bella Hydrate, natural rapid hydration, is the GOAT of hangover drinks. It's absolutely stunning. It's got coconut water in it, raw sugar, all that stuff. Absolutely banging. Absolutely lovely. So yeah, good win for Caleb Plant there, guys. I'm just going to turn this volume down so I can concentrate. Good stuff for Caleb Plant there. Pleased for him. Who do you guys want to see Plant fight next? He's already been to the very top of the division. Maybe Jaime Munguia? Best of the rest sort of fight. Could be good. Yeah, good fight, good scrap. I think we're all sort of thinking, you know, when's this main event coming? I think it was due 1 p.m. my time, so an hour and 10 minutes. I think it might be longer than that. I can't see Danny Garcia, Erislandy Lara being a knockout. I think it'll be a laboured points win, unless Erislandy Lara comes out there aggressive. How old is Lara now? 41, jeez. Just going to listen to Caleb Plant here. Plant saying he was caught off balance, got hit on the arms, saying they weren't legit knockdowns. I think one of them definitely was, but the rest of them were. It was a good fight, wasn't it, Beth Aniel? Beth Aniel. Bethaniel. What am I saying? Interesting name. Beth hyphenated Aniel. Oh, that's cute. He's going to go and play with his kids now. Caleb Plant tried to get his kid to say revenge tour into the mic in the ring, and she just looked at it like, nah, I ain't doing that. And fair play, kid. Fair play. So, up next, Erislandy Lara against Danny Garcia. Honestly, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. No clue who's going to win this one. I've not watched Erislandy Lara fight for a long time. And he has had one fight in the last 2 years. 2 fights in the last 3 years. And he's 41. So, prime for prime, I would have definitely picked Erislandy Lara because, you know, natural 154-pounder. Is this at 160, this fight? Oh, yeah, he's a middleweight now. Okay. So, I am not... Guys, I'm not with it at all when it comes to Erislandy Lara and Danny Garcia. So, Erislandy Lara is fighting at middleweight. He's got the Danny Garcia fight. Danny Garcia, obviously, is a natural 140-pound fighter, so much smaller, naturally. And hasn't fought since 2002, when he won a majority decision against Jose Benavidez Jr. That was at 152. Well, yeah, 154. So, was it a catchweight? He weighed at 152 and 3/4 pounds, so maybe in a catchweight. But anyway, yeah, guys, I think this is such a bizarre fight, and it looks like, you know, for Danny Garcia, he's probably come back because he's like, yeah, let me get some of this Saudi money. I like the look of that. I like the look of what's going on. Danny Garcia's always been about his money. Legit puncher at 140. You know, I remember when he fought Amir Khan and hurt him big time, like a few people did. But, you know, he was a good puncher, Danny Garcia, really good. 160 is definitely a stretch too far for him in terms of weight. Will definitely be the smaller guy in there. Lara, as I say, prime for prime, easy win for Lara in my opinion. Like very, very easy win for Lara. But, you know, if Danny Garcia can somehow stop an old Erislandy Lara, then, you know, maybe he can go and get a decent fight. How old's Danny Garcia now, guys? Let's have a look. He is... How old are you? His age is not on his box rec, which is interesting. Let's have a look. Danny Garcia is 36. So again, the wrong side of 30. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a weird one. We'll cover it because we're here. Would I be getting it on in any other situation? No. It's not a fight I'm interested in. But, you know, it's on before the main event, so we'll roll with it. Do I think Berlanga will bite Canelo? I don't think so. They may even have a bite clause in the contract for all we know. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Because, you know, Canelo's not going to want that to happen in the ring. And if you put those financial incentives to not bite, then, you know, it's worth it. You're almost making money if you don't bite in that sense. Which is bizarre. Yeah. Want to see Plant get more experience, fight some other contenders, Munguia, Pacheco, even Berlanga. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think Plant Berlanga, if Berlanga loses to Canelo, which we expect him to, would be a really good fight. I think Plant Munguia would be a really good fight too. I like the idea of that. And then you said you like the idea of a 5v5 US versus Mexico card. That would be absolutely epic. Maybe with Canelo versus Terence Crawford as the main event. That would be pretty cool. I like that idea a lot, Crazy X-Man. That would be sick. So what would your 5 be? Tell me your 5 fights for a 5v5 US versus Mexico card. If anyone's watching and they want to try and build their 5v5 US versus Mexico card, tell me what that would look like for you. Because that's a cool idea. I like that. You got Crawford Canelo as the main event. Munguia Plant. Who else would you like to see? Pacheco. Who could Pacheco fight? He's 168, isn't he? Is Checo Pacheco? Yeah, top of the bill. Go on, Crazy X-Man. Let's see your card. Beth Annual. I got Lara by UD. Okay. So the name sounds like Annual but different. Lol. It's hard to explain. My mom. Oh, it's your actual name. That's really cool. Annual. Nice. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. My name is just Henry or Harry. Depends how close you are to me. Stevenson Cruz. I love it, mate, but I think Stevenson easily beats Cruz. Like, easily. I don't think that's a... I think, you know, watching that Valenzuela fight, Cruz got his ears boxed off. So, I think Stevenson would... But although Stevenson's not as long, so, you know, But I think Stevenson would outbox Cruz. Who else you got? We currently have 4 concurrent viewers. So you know it's worthwhile doing this, guys. Oh, it's not your actual name. Sorry. Okay, well, it's still an interesting name. Pretty cool. I've never had a nickname, you know. Henry's not a nickname. Henry's like my technical name, but everyone knows me as Harry. But then when I made the channel, I used to be a signed comedy writer, so I used to write scripts with my mate, who was called Henry, and we were like, oh, we should use your actual name and be 2 guys called Henry or whatever. And then when I made the boxing channel 6 years ago, I was like, oh, I'll be a guy called Henry, because it just sounds better. And now everyone calls me Henry when my name's Harry, and it's an absolute mess. It's an absolute mess, guys, but, you know, this is the life I'm living. Confused myself. Absolute nightmare when I get mail, because my dad has the same name as me, so, yeah. But I'm not living at home. But sometimes home is home, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Yeah, should we get a poll going? When I hit him as brace, people just call me that. Fair play, mate. Let's get a poll going. We'll start with, I just want to know if anybody watching realistically thinks that Berlanga can win this fight. Oh, let's do Lara. Let's do Lara against Garcia first. So we'll see what people think about Lara and Garcia. I'm not going to vote on it because I honestly have no clue. It's such a bizarre fight, guys. I'm really, really surprised that people are... I'm surprised this fight got made. It's just weird. It's just weird. I mean, I suppose probably the stage they're at, both guys, they haven't got many options. It was probably like decent money for them. And more money in the back pocket of Canelo and Berlanga. But I think with the cards that the Saudis have been doing lately, it makes this card look really, really bad. Being honest, like it's just not good enough, and I don't think PBC have the depth probably to put on like a really good card anymore. Yeah, mate, I think Canelo's going to KO Berlanga too. We did the Canelo Berlanga game film analysis, and it's not for me. It's not a question of whether or not Canelo wins. It's just when he wins. So I've got Canelo KO within 7, just because I think Berlanga might be able to try and box to some kind of game plan for a period of time. But honestly, I mean, it could be over in 1, 2, 3 rounds. Like, really, you know, I've seen, if you look at the Angulo fight, the way that Berlanga was backed onto the ropes, I think Berlanga's tough, but I think Canelo's gonna batter him. So, yeah, it's not, and you know, also, you know, this is not the best way of gauging a fight by any means, guys, but I look at the views I've been getting on my Joshua Dubois fights on average, and it's been quite a bit higher than the Canelo Berlanga ones, and I sort of feel like this Canelo Berlanga fight is just... It'd be interesting to see if they keep paying Canelo his money for fights like this, because honestly, it's just not really good enough. I mean, look, one sec, guys, I'm just fixing the focus. Yeah, it might end up being like a really it might end up being like a really good competitive fight, but it shouldn't be on paper. So it's one of them. You know, it's not like we're going into this. You know, if he puts up a good fight, people will turn around. Berlanga will turn around after. Canelo will turn around after and go, "Look, guys, it was a great fight. See, you shouldn't have judged me on this." Like blah blah blah. You might even carry him a little bit to make that point, but the reality is, on paper, this fight should not be happening. So I think he might have been one of the mandatories, but we all know that David Benavidez should have been made mandatory. So it's one of them. Yeah. See what happens, eh? Ryan Garcia against Manny Pacquiao. Awful. I do not want that crazy X-Man. I'd not heard that. Doesn't surprise me. I mean, Manny's always linked to comeback fights. Sorry. Manny is always linked to comeback fights, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if he decides to take one. But Ryan Garcia would batter Manny Pacquiao right now, in my opinion. Prime for prime is an absolute no contest. That doesn't even need to be a discussion. We don't need to talk about who wins prime for prime. Manny Pacquiao batters Ryan Garcia prime for prime. But at this point in their respective careers, Ryan Garcia is just too fast, too fresh, too strong. And I just think that Manny's reflexes aren't what they were, and I think he'd get badly hurt. How do I think Plant approaches Munguia? Big guy, high output, some pop too. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, Plant's pretty large too. I think they'd be similar in stature. And it would be an interesting one. You know, the way that Canelo beat him is not an option for Plant, really. And I would actually really fancy Munguia in that fight. I think Munguia's a good fighter. And I think Plant would look to try and control him with the jab. He's very accurate with the jab. But, you know, the way that Plant brings that lead hand back low, I think Munguia's got more ways to win that fight, is what I'd say. I would need to have a think about it. But I see more flaws in Plant's game than I do in Munguia's off the bat. That's something I'd have to analyze closely. I think I'd favor Munguia. As you say, the high output, very, very good. I like the Munguia jab as well. But we've got the ring walk right now for Danny Garcia. Wearing a nice sort of green velvet robe. Just going to put a bit of heat in this room, guys. Where is my AC remote? Where the fuck is it? Got it. Yeah. What's the, how's the poll going? Everybody voting for Lara so far, but there's only 2 of you that have voted, so 7 viewers in the chat. Guys, if you could like the video, that would be absolutely epic. I want to get more people on the stream. Definitely want to get a bit of discussion going. And if you could vote on the poll, who do you think wins this fight, Lara Garcia? Maybe Plant can outwork him in the clinch like he did versus Trevor. Munguia isn't the best in the phone booth. Yeah, I mean, I definitely found when Munguia fought Canelo, the biggest flaw in his game plan was sitting in front of Canelo, but then he was tired. He couldn't maintain that high output, that high work rate. It was insane. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think Plant probably is a better inside fighter, but I also don't think Munguia has to work as hard against Plant, because Plant isn't going to stay in the pocket like Canelo does. To keep Canelo off you, you know, you've got to do what Bivol did. And Munguia tried to replicate parts of that game plan, but the biggest issue was that he didn't really use his feet well enough. He didn't create the angles coming out the pocket. And yeah, he just sat in Canelo's space a bit too long. He let Canelo hit his gloves, and he needed to react defensively a bit more. So yeah, that's a really interesting fight though, and I'd really have to go and study that one to figure that out. But I think, I think that's actually a fairly 50-50 fight. I'd maybe go 55-45 for Munguia, just because I think athletically he's got a bit more, but that might be wrong. That's just my instinctive feeling. If we could get a like on the stream, guys, that'd be great. We've got 10 people in the chat right now. Please get your votes in. Lara or Garcia. We're ring walking at the minute. Prime for me. Easy win for Erislandy Lara. I'm a big fan of Prime Erislandy Lara, but I literally haven't watched either of these guys for years. So I don't have a clue what they're like right now. It's going to be very interesting to see how they're looking. So American. They've just described Lara's boxing schooling as Ivy League. Is Ivy League even Ivy League anymore? I don't know, man. But at 41, be interesting to see what Lara looks like. I remember I thought Lara beat Canelo all those years ago. I was probably wrong, because I didn't know as much about boxing back then, but I remember thinking that he won that fight. For sure. Guys, if you want to buy this fight right now, you can use my link in the description. It will not get you any money off, but if you were going to buy it anyway, you can help support my channel, and some of the revenue goes to me. Very small amount, like 5%. But if you want to support me, that's something you could do. If you were planning on buying it anyway. I will never ask you to part with money you weren't going to spend, or if you're not going to get something good in return. So yeah, we're 1 subscriber away from 3K right now, guys. So if anybody wants to subscribe to my channel right now that isn't subscribed to me, that'll be wonderful. Because we've hit 3K a lot faster than I thought we would. And I'm delighted. I'm delighted about it. It's a great sign. Great sign for the channel. Just want to make sure we've actually got the link in the description. Let's have a look. Here we go. Yeah, we got that DAZN link in the description there, so... As I say, if anybody wants to buy the fight, if you want to help support my channel, you're going to buy it anyway, just use my link. That'd be great. I would really appreciate that. Right, this is going to be a weird one, isn't it? Just being announced in the ring right now. Where's everyone watching from right now? Bang your locations in the chat. It would be cool to know. It'd be cool to know where everyone is. But I'm going to try to, for those of you that aren't watching this fight, that don't want to go and buy it, I'm going to do my best to try and describe to you what I'm seeing in the ring. And we'll see how we get on in this one. I mean, it's just a weird fight, isn't it? Like, however this goes, however entertaining it is, or isn't, it's just a weird fight. Like, this is just so boxing, isn't it? Just so many good fights to be made, and we've got Erislandy Lara against Danny Garcia. It's just so weird. It's just bizarre. But anyway, you know, if you're buying this fight, you're buying it for the main event, really, aren't you? But yeah, I'll be interested to see how many buys this this whole pay-per-view does, because it's definitely not at the standard we've seen with the Saudi ones. But I think it will be a fun fight. I'll say that there'll be fights that are deemed more competitive beforehand that are more boring than Canelo Berlanga. I think it could be quite a fun fight. So yeah, I mean, I think it'll be fun as in you'll see Canelo scoring a sensational knockout, to be honest. But yeah, here we go. Here we bloody go. Here we go. We're underway in round one. And I'm interested to see how aggressive Lara decides to fight, because he could just fiddle his way through this one, in my opinion, and I think he can make it quite easy, based on the Lara I used to know anyway. And he looks much bigger than Garcia. Already, and he's landed the jab over the top straight away there, Lara. And Lara already landing the jab at will. He's landed it to the head, he's landed it to the body there. I'll try to score this one as we go as well, guys. And, you know, Danny Garcia, predominantly a counter-puncher. Lara, very, very skillful. And again, his arms look so long compared with Danny Garcia's. And he's just flicking the jab out, and it's landing quite easily at the moment for Lara. But a tentative start. Danny Garcia is trying to stay out of range at the moment. He's trying to come in there, and Lara just takes a half step back, and it's easy. And I already have the feeling that Lara is completely in control of the range. But, you know, it's just the start of the round. But there you go. Another jab to the body for Lara. And when he hits that jab to the body, there's no way Garcia can hit him with a counter, because he's that much longer. And again, he's jabbed up top. And Garcia's trying to punch his way forward. And he's so far out of range at the moment. Halfway through round one. So, but... yeah, Lara is quite static at the moment, but another jab up top. Lara overcommitting with nothing right now. And that's the right thing to do, because Garcia is a counter-puncher, so definitely in round one, you want to just maintain that solid base. There you go, another jab up top. And, I mean, just when you look at the difference in the width of their frames, their skeletal structures, Lara's just a much bigger guy. Much bigger guy. And I don't see how Danny Garcia at the minute is going to close this gap. And I think he's already marked up his eye. I need to see a bit closer, but I might be talking absolute rubbish. But Danny Garcia's eye looks like it might have a little cut on it. Is that? It's hard to see. Yeah. Another jab top for Lara. I'm going to actually get my boxing news app open, guys, because very good for scoring the fights. But low volume round so far. Another jab to the body for Lara there. And another jab up top. And all he has to do is hold his arm out there, Lara, stiff arm. And Garcia can't get close to him. And he's just jabbing and winning the round comfortably right now, Lara, for me. And that is a 10-9 round for 10-9 round for Lara for me. Easy round for Lara. Very easy to score that for me. No problem. Delicious. I just had an absolutely cracking bacon sandwich with this like paleo barbecue sauce. It was absolutely banging. It doesn't really taste like barbecue sauce. It tastes like a kind of vinegary, ketchup-y, barbecue-y thing, but unreal. Unbelievable, guys. So yeah, first round for Erislandy Lara there. That's a comfortable 10-9 round for me. Just jabbing his head off at the minute. And we're waiting for round 2. Guys, if you do want a way of scoring a fight, you should get this Boxing News app. It's really, really good. It's just like it's got a built-in scorecard and you can predict the fights before. You kind of go into prediction leagues and stuff. The guys don't bat me or anything. I'm good friends with Rob Tebbett, who runs Boxing News. We had a chat recently. Might do some stuff together. But for now, I'm just going to plug it anyway because it's a great app. Really, really good stuff. Canelo being interviewed there saying he's just ready. And I wouldn't expect him to be just not ready. But back of round 2. We're 20 seconds into round 2. And again, it's the same pattern. Lara jabbing to the body. And honestly, they look like two older guys right now. Both very tentative. Garcia tries to lunge into range of the hook there, and all Lara does is bounce backwards, and now he's just pieced him up with a 3-punch combo. I think this is going to be, unless there's a significant change in strategy, unless he gasses, I do not see how Garcia lands a good shot right now, because Lara is so much longer, and he's just got nice balance, and being the counterpuncher that Garcia is, he has to apply pressure here, and he's just a bit too small. But again, Garcia tries to close the gap. Lara takes a step back. And then Lara lands his rangy lead southpaw jab. And it's just very accurate right now for Lara. And he's looking well for a 41-year-old, I have to say. Oh, double punch. 2-punch combination there downstairs from Lara on Garcia. A nice jab upstairs. That southpaw jab's finding its home right now. And, you know, if it continues like this, it's going to be a shutout, guys. An absolute shutout. I don't think Garcia's landed a punch so far. So nice backhand down low there from Lara. And as Danny Garcia sort of... It's interesting to see the timing of Lara's jab there. As Danny Garcia starts bouncing and starts trying to move his feet, that's when Lara went with the jab, and that's when you're most off balance and you can't counterpunch, you know. You're a counterpuncher and you're moving side to side, you're on the move, you can't counter. So, safe to attack when he's on the move, Garcia, and he has to be on the move because he's trying to find an angle so he can attack Lara. But at the minute, he's not getting close to him. At all. Commentary saying Garcia's going to push him back. I mean, I don't even know if Garcia can really hurt him. And then another... Oh, lovely. Lovely. Lovely jab up top from Lara, and then he just pivots around the man. Lara with those low hands. And his jab is just so long and rangy. It's lovely. I think Lara's probably one of the underrated fighters of this generation. I think he's a very, very good fighter. He's actually got the American... Oh, and he lands a big looping backhand. I think Garcia partially blocked that. But a slow fight so far. And another round for Lara. Another 10-9 round for Lara there. Easy to score so far. I don't know how anyone could have that for Danny Garcia. Guys, if you're in the chat right now, if you could bang the like on the stream, that would be very much appreciated. Subscribe to my channel. And please comment where you're watching from. Or comment whatever you like. If you've got any thoughts on the fights, any thoughts on any of the fighters. We are 1 subscriber off of 3,000. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, I'd absolutely love it. If you could jump on and we'll hit that 3K mark. Would be lovely. Be great to see. Alright. Canelo looks warm and ready in his changing room. Unfortunately, this one might go 12. I don't know. I think Lara will step up at some point and stop Garcia. I do. Meh. Everyone's saying Canelo looks relaxed. Maybe too relaxed, guys. Maybe too relaxed. Might be in a fight he doesn't expect. I mean, it'll be a fight none of us expect, but, you know, goes without saying. Anyway, 20 seconds into round 3 here. And, you know, at some point Garcia's going to have to start pushing the pace because Lara is barely having to move at the moment. And, you know, and then Danny's managed to duck under a 1-2 there from Lara, so that's good. Made that miss this time. Can't keep getting tagged by those jabs. And Garcia's being a bit more aggressive here. He's landed on the gloves a few times in this round. And Lara coming forward there with a double jab, then a single. None of that landed. But Garcia looks like he's trying to turn the pace up a little bit here. And he needs to. Because it's been poor so far. Trying to jab over the top of Lara's jab. That's a good idea if you can do it. Lara's been pulling out very quickly though, so... Yeah, I think Garcia's doing a better job defensively at the start of round 3. Or almost halfway through. And Lara's just... His legs look pretty good, actually, you know, for a 41-year-old. But... Oh, good jab there. I think he landed that jab. Sometimes, guys, I need to watch again in slow motion because I can't see sometimes. I don't know if I need an eyes test or something, but... Anyway, I think he landed that jab. Jab down to the body there from Lara. Garcia hits him on the guard. But, you know, if you're Garcia... Oh, it lands a backhand there, Lara. But if you're... And they clinch. But if you're Garcia, you'll feel a little bit more encouraged because at least he's even touching the gloves now. He's finding the range. And that's what he needs to do. He needs to find the range because he's landing nothing right now. And this is just so cagey. You know, this almost looks like an exhibition. It's a strange fight. And I think it's just because, you know, Lara's so much longer and he's just sharp, isn't he? Yeah, another jab there to the body from Lara. It's just cagey. And Lara doesn't really need to do much more than this. You can just keep jabbing and... Danny Garcia doesn't like he can do anything. Yep. He never had that come forward style either, so, you know, ideally that's what you'd say if a smaller man was going to do all right. He'd have some kind of come forward front foot style. Garcia was always a counter puncher, so Berlanga sat back looking very nervous to me. Deep in thoughts. He looks nervous, he does. Wow. How must it feel to be that underprepared? I mean, I don't mean in terms of his camp, but just in terms of, you know, the seasoning you've had with the opponents you've faced, to be going from what he's fought. His last fight, guys, was against Porrick McCrory, and now he's fighting Canelo. That is an insane jump up in level. I don't think you can do a bigger jump. So, I'm seeing a vicious knockout for Canelo here. Canelo looks serious. He looks very, very focused. And I only see this going one way. But the crowd getting more excited seeing Canelo warming up than anything that's happened in this fight so far. It's safe to say. And we're into round 4, sorry. And I believe that was another round for Lara in round 3. So I got it 30-27 Lara right now. Not because he's landing anything particularly significant, but he's just controlling it with the jab and Garcia offering nothing in return at the moment. Oh. Almost at the splits there, Lara. I mean, it's just a buzzkill, isn't it, though, putting a fight like this on before the main event. It's not what you want. It's a good point from the commentator there. You know, Lara is right in front of Garcia, so he's not, like, moving loads, but every time Garcia does try to move, that's when Lara moves, so he doesn't have to move much. It's easier said than done to close the gap on a fighter that's boxing like that. So, you know. If anyone in the stream's new right now, if you could bang a like on the stream, guys, that'd be much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. About to hit 3K, or we have hit 3K, I don't know. I'm not sure. And my stream has just died, which is great. My internet's being weird here, so I'm just trying to get my my stream of the fight back up. Not that I'm particularly worried I'm going to miss anything, but it'd be quite typical if I did, given how much of a snooze fest it's been so far. Someone's voted that they think Danny Garcia is going to win this fight, and if you have, I think you're not watching, whoever that was, because it's not been the best so far, to say the least. I'm just trying to get the fight back up, though, because at the minute my internet is not playing ball, which is not ideal. Oh, there we go. And we're back. Yep. Oh my god. 0 punches landed for Danny Garcia in round 2. And honestly, guys, I've not seen him land many others in any other rounds. I've obviously missed some of round 4 there with my internet being funny, but... well, I missed most of that round, but from what I saw, it was the same again. So I'm going to give that round to Lara. And fans are booing. And it's because it's a crap fight so far. But I think the main event will be much more exciting, so the fans can look forward to that. As I say, guys, if you do want to buy the fight, or you're planning on buying the fight anyway, just use my link in the description. I'll get a little bit of the money, and it just helps to support the channel. But obviously, only if you were going to do it anyway. If not, then stick around with me, and we'll be talking all the way through the fight, and then we'll be doing 6 things we learned straight afterwards. Mate, such an easy fight for Lara. It's ridiculous. And we're in round 5. I'm at 20 seconds in round 5. Sorry, guys, I've got to get my internet sorted. I'm having a bit of a nightmare right now. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of being spared because the fight's not been ideal. Is anyone enjoying this fight right now? Because I'm finding it a struggle. I just think it's so... Like, why would you not put Plant against McCumby as the co-main? I think it must be because, you know, predominantly Mexican crowd, they thought we'll get Danny Garcia in there. But just bizarre. Just bizarre to not have a fight that you know is going to be far more of a tear-up as the co-main. Just an interesting decision for me. People think it's 60-40, Lara Garcia, who's going to win. I mean, just, you know, obviously not been watching. I mean, it's a shutout right now. It's absolutely crazy how much of a shutout it is. Sorry I've gone quiet, guys. It's because I can't see what's happening right now. Because my internet is not playing ball. All right. I'm back up. Damn, guys. Well, if you're with me, I appreciate it, because this is a... I mean, guys, honestly, the reason I'm not talking about the fight right now, I'm just going to leave it playing in the background. It's because it's a snooze fest, guys, and it's just not worth talking about. So let's look ahead to the main event. I'm going to end this poll because, honestly, who really cares? And I would much rather just look ahead to the next one. And I just want to see if anybody has Berlanga in with a chance of winning this one. Because, you know, I've not seen anybody picking Berlanga to win this. I've done all my studying on this one, and I can't see a way that he wins based on what he's done in previous fights. I know how he can do it based on Canelo losing before, but, you know, can Berlanga execute that kind of game plan? That's what will be really shocking to see, is if he comes out and he does something special. But yeah, I'll keep mentioning what's going on with the Lara Garcia fight, but it really is crap, to be honest with you. So, and just again, guys, I just do not understand the logic of putting this sort of fight on before the main event. You know, you want people to get excited and gassed up, you know? Oh, man. I mean, look, this is no criticism of anyone in particular, other than just the matchmaking. I mean, I just don't understand why you make this fight. I mean, I don't know what matchmaker thought this was a good fight to make. Man. And like, guys, like literally right now, you could see a highlight reel knockout for one guy or the other, and that's what would go viral, and then it's worth it for the people that made the fight. But honestly, just everything around that moment is not worth viewing right now. And yeah, it's a tough watch. It's a bloody tough watch. But we'll keep it on. Got 5 views on the chat right now. Guys, if anybody is new, please bang the stream a like. Please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to this main event because this fight is tough. And I'm definitely up for the main event. I'm up for watching it, up for seeing what Canelo can do against Berlanga, up for seeing... you know, the main part of intrigue, guys, for me with this main event is just what can Berlanga do? We're going to find out exactly how good Berlanga is, because if he can go in there and do something to Canelo then, you know, you go, oh, do you know what? He's upped his levels and fair play to him. But, you know, the chances of him actually beating Canelo, that's a different story. But I just want to see what he can do. How much of that Bivol-esque game plan can he execute? Can he use his jab a bit more? Because he's got a good jab. He's just so underactive with it in the fights that I've seen. So that's the kind of key here. It's just, can he do some of the things that, you know, people know you need to do to beat Canelo? But yeah, I mean, Garcia's barely landed a punch so far. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff. They're talking about Garcia needing to solve the puzzle that is Lara. I mean, honestly, he's not having to do much. He's just taking little steps back, and it's so easy for Lara right now. I mean, so easy. Crazy stuff. They're telling Danny Garcia he's got to back him up, but yeah. It's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. I mean, you'd at least hope that Lara will try and go through the gears and try and knock him out, because at the minute, it's just painful. It's just painful. So apparently Danny Garcia's dad in the corner is asking him if he's okay, which makes me think that he's like, what's going on with my boy? Like, this is not how he normally fights. So, yeah, maybe they're going to try and make excuses after the fight as to why he was so poor to try and give him the option of having another fight in the future. But right now, you just sort of got to say, as I keep saying, tough watch. Tough watch. But hopefully the main event will be entertaining. I'm not saying it'll be competitive. I'm saying it'll be entertaining. But it's that intrigue around, you know, just can Berlanga do something to make it interesting? And that's the intrigue. The intrigue is around what is Berlanga's ceiling of performance. I don't think it's going to last long. I think it's going to be a win within 7 for Canelo. But he could take him out at any point, in my opinion. You know, it's possible that it could happen at any moment. But I think Berlanga will have to work very, very hard to keep Canelo off him. I think he's going to have to use his legs a lot. He's got to be very active with the jab. And I think he's going to have his fitness tested in a way he's never had it before. So there's going to be a stoppage for me in the fight. It's just whether or not Canelo can hurt him early or whether he starts to gas and he just takes him out late. But the same pattern continuing in this Lara Garcia fight right now. And at the minute, it's very, very easy for Erislandy Lara. And, you know, he'd have been thrilled when this fight was presented to him, I would imagine. Even stylistically, size-wise, everything about it's just easy for him. More of the same, guys. More of the same. Just, you know, coming forward with the jab, Danny Garcia moving on the outside and just not finding a way in. And I think Garcia's literally taken this fight and just gone, you know what? I'm just going to try and land one punch. If I can land one punch, then, you know, I can win this fight. But he's not coming forward with volume. He's not willing to put himself in harm's way. He's got paid for this, and I doubt very much we'll see Danny Garcia again in a proper boxing match after this fight. I think he's at the end. I think it's done for him, to be honest with you. Which is difficult to say. But not for me, but for him. But guys, if you're in the chat right now, please bang it a like, because God knows I need some support right now, because this is hard to watch, hard to comment on. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We're about to hit 3K. I'm literally 1 subscriber off 3K. I can see it in my studio right now. I'm 1 subscriber off 3,000 subscribers. So maybe you're all subscribers, but if you're not, then please do subscribe to the channel. Bang the stream a like. Get in the comments and let me know, how do you see this Canelo Berlanga fight going? You know, the better question to ask might just be, what round does Canelo stop him? So what round do you think, guys, Canelo's going to stop Berlanga? And get your comments in the chat. Yeah, mate, I think Lara should stop him too. I think, as bad as Garcia is being, if Lara doesn't step it up and try to take him out, then it's not going to do much for him either. So it's one of them. They're literally having a chat ringside right now of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. over showing the fight in full screen, which is hilarious. But yeah, Beth Aniel, I feel like I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. For Lara to get what he should get out of this fight, he's got to go and stop Garcia here, because there's no reason for him not to go on the front foot and start backing Garcia up, other than just wanting that really safe victory. But, you know, Lara looks boring. I mean, sorry, he doesn't look boring. He's involved in a boring fight, and that's not good for anyone. So, you know, yeah. Again, I've said it before. I'm so surprised they've put this before a main event. But we are at 135 in round number 8. And every single round so far I have scored for Erislandy Lara. And it is just, he's never... Has he had a more comfortable fight than this? I don't know. Possibly. Poor. But chat, I'd love to know, what round do you think Canelo wins in? Do you think Berlanga has a chance? Please just get your thoughts and feelings into the chat, because I just want to... I want to gauge what public feeling is on this, because I know a lot of people... I've not seen many people say they think it's a competitive fight. I've not seen anybody say they think Berlanga can win. You know, what I've done in my breakdown videos has been to say, this is what has beaten Canelo. Can Berlanga do it? And, you know, that's ridiculous in a way, because it's like, well, we could imagine a ghost of a boxer and say, this is the made-up imaginary boxer. I know this is a bit of a weird analogy, but these are the things you need to do. I could implant that onto anyone and say, can they do it? We don't know. And that's exactly what I've done with Berlanga. So all it's been is really a technical study on what beats Canelo. And I've not been able to offer you any insight into whether Berlanga can do it or not, because I've just not seen it. So if he does it, he's going to do things we've never seen in the ring before from him. And that is a interesting dynamic, because, I mean, even he won't know if he can do it. Like, he might have been able to do it to other guys in the gym, but he hasn't been in with anyone even close to as good as Canelo, so he's got no idea. Oh, nice little reverse 1-2 there from Lara on Garcia. And you know, guys, Lara's got to start going through the gears here. It's almost like they got some sort of pre-fight agreement. They're not going to try and stop each other, but all 8 rounds for Lara so far. Complete whitewash. Oldest active boxing world champions: Lara, Beterbiev, Usyk, Crawford, Lomachenko. Well, Beterbiev's probably... No, that's not true. I mean, some of them are incredible. Actually, when you look at that, Beterbiev, Usyk, Crawford, 39, 37, 36, it just shows you that you can have a really good, long career in boxing if you are matched right, if you look after yourself properly, and if you live the life. You know, except for Usyk, you know, they're not heavyweights either. So, testament to the level you can reach if you live the life. You know, you can, maybe you won't make money until your late 20s, early 30s, but then you get another 5, 6, 7 years of making good money. So live the life, guys. If you're a fighter, it's worth it. It's worth it. Your earning potential will go up exponentially. The pressure's not there as much to make the money early on. I never really thought about that. The age of older champions. I mean, maybe I should make a video about that. The sort of average age of the some of the pound for pound world champions right now. It's so impressive. It just shows you, you know, that having cerebral abilities and having that boxing understanding and the world championship experience actually is so much more important than athleticism. As you know, of course, athleticism is important, but my point is with those guys is their athleticism will have declined over the years, and the increased knowledge they've got is what has kept them at the top. So, interesting stuff. Can't believe this is a 12-round fight, guys. I was hoping it'd be a 10-rounder or something. But as it stands, we've got another 3.5 rounds to watch of this. And as I say, guys, anybody who's with me in the stream right now, please bang the video a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. But yeah. 3,000 subscribers. Yay. Thank you. If you want to drop a comment, whoever was my 3,000 subscriber, I'll try and remember your name for all eternity. But we have hit 3,000 subscribers, guys, so I'm very, very happy. 3,001. We look at that. So yeah, I'm delighted to hit 3,000 subscribers. We've done it in just over two and a bit months, which for me is just incredible. I never thought I'd be able to get this much momentum going on the channel. Look, it's still small compared with a lot of channels, but for me, it's significant. You know, to take as long away from it as I have, and then come back and be able to have an impact with the content I'm making, and for people to react well to it, it means everything to me. So, you know, the dream is for this to become my career. You know, for this to be my full-time thing would just be incredible. I think I'm a very, very long way off that, but I'd absolutely love it if it was possible. But yeah, you know, even if this stream doesn't do too well, it was worth it to get those 2 little subscribers there that have rolled through and surpassed the 3,000 mark. Cracking stuff. I was hoping to do it by the end of the month, but we've done it with halfway to go. So we'll see how many more we can get the rest of the month. Oh! And Lara's just not dropped Garcia there. Lara's dropped Garcia. It was a weird knockdown. He's sort of underwhelming knockdown, much like this fight. Very, very weird. So that's a 10-8 round for Lara there. It was a strange knockdown. He sort of wilted Garcia there. And it's over, yeah. You're right. You're right, Bethaniel. I think my stream is slightly behind yours, but yep, it's over. And thank God that's over. That was not a good fight to watch. Lara's won the fight. He's kept his belt. And it was, and honestly, it was like watching a sparring session. It was just bizarre. I've seen better spars. I've seen many better spars. So weird. I don't think Garcia had an injury or anything. I just think it's gone. And I think Lara was much too big. 20 pounds above the fight, the weight that he fought at when he was at his best. And that's it, you know. You know. But lads, Crazy X-Man, I'm going to make you a moderator if you're still there for the main event. And I'm going to make you... And I'm also going to make you, Bethaniel, a moderator because I appreciate you guys being with me. And if this picks up like I hope it will for the main event, you guys have a little bit of control over the comment section. So there you go. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah, just that was a quit from Garcia there. It was almost like he took that shot and he just thought, He just thought, why am I in here? Why am I doing this still? You know? And it's gutting when you see a fighter... It's gutting when you see a fighter sort of... The fight's gone. The fight's gone from him. He's not got it anymore. So, hopefully he made his money tonight. And we don't need to see him again. I know it's harsh to say, but... This is professional, top-level boxing. Danny Garcia does not belong at that level anymore. That is clear to see. He doesn't need to do it anymore, guys. Everyone booing. It was difficult to watch. Guys, main event coming up next. Thank goodness. As I say, if you were planning on buying the fight and you want to go and buy it, you want to help support my channel, there's a link in the description. You don't have to pay anything extra. It just means that if you do buy it using my link, I get some of the revenue, basically. It doesn't all go to the zone. Some of it goes to me. So if you were going to buy it, do that. If not, stick with me and we'll just have a good old chat while we're watching it. And we'll react. They're just asking Lara about the lack of punches landed from Garcia. Lara says he took it to school. Can't disagree. But, yeah, I don't know. I think I need to say less about this fight because it's been and gone. It's not something we're going to remember. Let's look forward to the main event. So, right now we have 3 votes on the poll, which isn't many. If you're in the chat, guys, jump on the poll. Vote on who you think wins Canelo Berlanga. I just want to see if anybody is actually backing Berlanga here because it's a landslide for Canelo right now. And, you know, it would be one of the biggest upsets of all time if Berlanga could pull something off tonight. Just want to hear what Danny Garcia has to say because that was... Garcia saying it wasn't his night. True. True facts. Saying it was the layoff. Couldn't catch his rhythm. Saying he was better than him, maybe. But I think it's one of them guys, you know, when a fighter gets older and they can't put their finger on why they just can't do what they used to do. They sort of look for reasons, and the reality is it's just gone. It's just gone. At the same time, I think any version of Lara beats him comfortably, like very comfortably. I think that was always a terrible fight for Danny Garcia. Too small, wrong style. Garcia's apologized, saying he was going for greatness. Look, it got paid all right. So, look, Danny Garcia, if you're ever going to do another fight, make sure it's at 147, because that 154 is 160. Sorry, is too big for him. He's had a good career. Asking Danny Garcia about his mental health struggles, which I was unaware of. Well, I wish the best for Danny Garcia. I think I've had enough now. I wish the best for Danny Garcia, but, yep, he doesn't need to get in the ring again. Doesn't need to do that. He's made plenty of money. Didn't get the win. Was comprehensively outboxed. It was an easy win for Lara. And we move, guys, onto the main event, which I hope will come on soon. Hopefully they'll just walk them as quickly as possible now, because I think we'd all like to get on with it. And watch this main event, Canelo Berlanga. And as I say, guys, the real intrigue for me here is what Berlanga is able to do. I know what Canelo can do. I know what I expect Canelo to do. But it's what can Berlanga show us in the ring at this top level. And it's going to be really interesting to find out what he can do. That's why I'm interested to watch. But I don't think anybody has Berlanga winning. And if you do, please get in the comments and explain why. Because I have studied him. I have done my game form analysis for this fight. I don't see anything Berlanga has shown that makes me think he can beat Canelo. I've had to imagine a world in which he can do it, because he does have the size, he does have good athletic ability, he does have good power, but I've never actually seen him do the things he needs to do. So that's why everybody thinks Canelo is going to win. But he needed more seasoning for sure. And, you know, I think that Angulo fight, if anyone's seen that, was good evidence of what will happen. And if you know, you know. If you've watched my game form analysis, you'll know what I think will happen. And as I say, if any of you want to buy the fight, got a link in the description. If you're going to buy it anyway, just use my link and it means I get some of the money and it helps support my channel. That's it. That's all it is. All right. Don't know about you guys, but I'm just ready for this main event now. We'll watch the fight live, and then I will get 6 things we learn out right after the fight, and then we'll move into next week, which is Joshua Dubois, which is going to be great. Now that will be a good fight. Unfortunately, I believe that what fight is it that's off the card again? What fight's off the card? I had it in my accumulator. Yeah, Josh Kelly, Liam Smith. Absolutely gutting. I was really looking forward to that one. That was a very, very interesting fight to me. Liam Smith saying he's pulled out with a virus. Some people saying it was rubbish. I don't believe that. I think he genuinely pulled out with a virus. Maybe an injury. Because you don't want to, if you are Liam Smith, you don't want people thinking that you've aged to the point where you're going to be injured every fight, because that's what, you know, he kind of said was the problem against. I love those Canelo gloves, by the way. Sorry, my brain very ADD right now. Those Canelo gloves are stunning. They're like a sort of ox blood sort of red color, like a dark browny red. And then the inside of the glove is like a lighter red. And they are cool, man. They are very cool. Canelo's outfit tonight looks sick. And I'm going to be so interested to see if Berlanga is able to keep this fight a bit longer and use his jab effectively. I'm very, very intrigued. But think how much nervous energy alone he must be burning right now, Berlanga. I mean, if he is nervous. I'd be nervous as shit. Obviously. Obviously. So we've got some preview stuff rolling right now. I can't imagine it's too long until they walk. I saw Berlanga getting warm on the pads there, so within the next 5-10 minutes, I'd imagine we'll see them ring walk. You know, that last minute pad work, it's interesting, guys. You know, you actually want to be very warm when you get in the ring. You know, you almost want to have a sort of light sweat, because you really need those arms nice and relaxed and loose, and it doesn't come until you're nice and warm. You know, you're stiff and you're rigid before that, and yeah, you've got to get nice and warm. But this is going to be a huge experience for Berlanga. As long as he can sort of not get knocked out quickly, I'm sure he's going to be able to take a lot from this experience. It's going to be very, very good for his career, for his profile, everything. But, you know, the only way it sucks for him is if he gets iced really quickly and people don't take him seriously after this one. You know? Oh, man. I'm ready for this one now, guys. The thing is, because I've done so many preview videos and things, I've sort of said everything I can say about it now. I just want to see it. I just want to see if Berlanga can do anything here. Because, as I say, that's the question. What can Berlanga do? Nicholas, it was sad to see Danny go out like that. We'll still remember fondly, but obviously nothing left to prove or give. Very, very true. Was a good fighter, had a good career, good character, entertaining performances. And I'd say I don't know, I don't find it sad because I think it was, you know, he was finished already as a fighter and he chose to go in there and grab some more cash. So it's like you don't want to see it, but equally he got his payday, didn't he? He got his money. His last little bit of money. But I did enjoy Danny Garcia's career for sure. A good character, without question. So, someone has voted for Berlanga in this poll. Show yourself if you're in the chat, because I'd love to know, I'd love your insight, whoever this is. Why do you think Berlanga wins this fight? Because I don't know if you're just being a hipster and you've decided, oh, do you know what? I'll just go in and be a contrarian and bang in a vote for Berlanga. But, like, I don't know anybody that thinks Berlanga will win. So please tell me why you think Berlanga wins. Because I've got to say, if he wins, he's showing us something we've never seen before. That's kind of the point. They're talking. Yeah, it will be interesting. You know, someone sort of commented there, you know, will Canelo carry Berlanga for a bit? Maybe. Because he doesn't want people to think, you know, this was a complete cherry pick. It will be interesting to see. It will be interesting to see what happens here. It will. Just you know, will there be any weirdness? Can Berlanga do something we've not seen before? I'm just interested to see the kind of pads he's doing here, Berlanga. He is throwing some straight shots. Which... No, he's throwing... Yeah. He's using straight arms there. We'll see what happens, but he definitely has to use his jab in a way we've never seen him use it before. I think he's going to look huge when he gets to the ring now he's rehydrated. He already looked huge next to Canelo at the weigh-in. I think he's going to look absolutely massive in there. But he's got to be active with the jab. Nicholas, Berlanga is going to win this and shock the world. It will happen at 1:38 seconds of round 7. Counts left hook, booking it right now. Mate, if you are right, then you need a YouTube channel because you are the bloody oracle. Because that is very, very specific. Just kidding. I think he'll go the distance and get dropped twice. Wide points win for Canelo. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That would be a win for him, though, wouldn't it, mate? You know, if Berlanga can go the distance here, if he can get out of this fight without getting knocked out, even if he does get dropped a couple of times, that would be a win for Berlanga, for sure, in terms of his career, future fights, future earning potential. just getting through this fight for him would mean a lot. So yeah. Well, look, you obviously weren't the one who voted for Berlanga then, but someone out there's come on here, voted for Berlanga, then buggered off. So I don't think they have much conviction in that pick. But here we go. I think ring walk's coming up. There's a kid who looks like a snooker player who's wearing only a waistcoat, getting a photo with Canelo before he goes out. I remember once, I think I was like 8 years old, and my dad had a work Christmas party, and my mum, like, picked my outfit for me, and I had to wear, like, a waistcoat and a bow tie, and I looked like a professional snooker player, and looking back now, I'm just like, what was going on there? Why did that happen, you know? Anyway, that kid reminded me a little bit back then. Back in the day. Back in the day when I used to tear up the dance floor, now you won't see me dead on it. Wooden. The only, like, movement I know is, like, boxing footwork, so it just looks a bit weird. You must see that in clubs and stuff sometimes, like, lads who can't move, they can only move in athletic settings, so they kind of, like, shadow box or something. That'd be quite a funny sketch. All right. Berlanga's dad acting like an absolute helmet in the back there. Doing the cutthroat, sort of, we're going to kill you finger signs. Well, I'm glad you're confident, mate, because your son is the one that has to actually go out there and perform. But maybe that's the vibe Berlanga likes around him. But he needs to be calm, he needs to be composed. None of that stuff. He needs to go out there and execute. And he's got to box a perfect fight. His game plan has to be absolutely on point. He needs to show a strategy and tactics we've never seen from him before. He's got to use his jab beautifully. He's got to move his feet well. And as I say, guys, he's got to show us stuff that I've only seen him do in minuscule flashes in fights. If he can do this, I'll be so impressed. If he can do this, if he can even go in there and make it competitive, even if he gets stopped, if he can go in there and he can show Canelo some different looks, if he can win some rounds, I'll be delighted for him. But I would love nothing more than to come away from this and go, do you know what? I was bloody impressed by Berlanga. He did some really good things. I hope that's what happens tonight. But, and this is not any bias, this is nothing against Canelo. It's not like I'm even a Berlanga. I'm not an anyone fan. I just want to see a good fight. And I will give credit where credit's due. Just like I did in my Inoue Dehenny 6 Things We Learned reaction video. I gave Dehenny a lot of praise because I thought he went in there and did stuff that we've not seen fighters who are supposed to be better than him do. And there were moments when he was making life difficult for Inoue. Now, Inoue went through the gears and he took him out easily in the end. It doesn't mean he didn't have good moments, Dehenny, you know? And I will always say when a fighter's done something well, I'm not a fanboy. You know, and you get so many people coming on this channel and being like, oh, you're biased because I say something good about a fighter, or you're deluded. What? Because I said he got battered, but I can still say when someone's done something good. And sometimes, in a lesser fighter, getting battered and just doing one thing well, you're showing the way for another fighter to actually win in the future. So, you know, these are details that need to be observed. And even when you're a top-level fighter, you don't have it all your own way. So maybe speed, athleticism, whatever it is, outs in the end, and maybe it's not a really difficult win, you can still see when they've done something good, and you can understand how that can be taken over from another fighter and added to a game plan that will eventually beat someone. It's all about creating that blueprint. So, for tonight, we've seen the blueprint that beats Canelo. Now we've just got to see, can Berlanga take that, make his own version of it, because he isn't Dimitri Bivol and never will be, and find a way to beat Canelo. Maybe he'll show us something new in there that we've not seen before against Canelo. Maybe Canelo's aged a little bit. I don't know. But we're going to find out very shortly. I have to say, it looks like a good crowd tonight. Looks young, a bit younger. Good mix. That's what you want to see. Yeah, that's true. You know, as I say, that's what the commentators are agreeing. All Berlanga needs to do tonight is go in there and give a good performance, give a good account of himself. And that will go a long way towards building a career for himself, because this has come very quickly. It has come very soon for him. We know he's not ready in terms of the opposition he's faced previous to this. So for him, if he can use this as a building block, get himself to another level in his career, that will be a win for him. Ultimately, he's going to want the win. He's going to want the win. And what can he do? We'll find out. 78 to 22% in favor of Canelo in the poll right now. Guys, if you're on and you haven't liked the stream, please bang a like. I'd love people to come on and watch it with us. Get some discussion going in the chat. Only 11 of us right now, but I'd love it if there was more. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. But we're about to learn some things about Berlanga, guys. As I say, nothing left to learn about Canelo. Other than, what's his decline looking like? He's shown us the mountaintop. He's been at the peak. Shown us the maximum performances. We know he's not quite what he was. He might look like he is what he was now. But he is a little bit older now. And, you know, this might be an opportunity to gauge, has Canelo slipped a little bit? Maybe Berlanga's getting him at the perfect moment to actually make himself look a bit better than he is. There's so many intangibles here. Just want to see it now. I'm ready. But ring walk's coming up. I'm going to go to the bathroom, guys. I'll be back in one moment. Alright, I am back, people. The fight has not started yet, Crazy X-Man. If you're back, mate, you're now a moderator. I don't know if it told you that. So you're now a moderator of the chat. Hopefully this starts popping off now the main event's coming and people are going to come in and watch this with us. So let's see. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, if I was putting some money on, in fact, I've got him in an accumulator. I think I've got Canelo rounds. What have I got? 4 to 6. Let's have a look. Let's see where I put my money. My phone is being slow today, guys. I don't know what's going on. Oh, brilliant. Just crashed. Love to see that. Oh, it's because I got a VPN on. Right, hang on. Right, let's have a look. My bets. What have I got? Annoyingly, I don't know if my bet's going to be void because Smith Kelly's off. But anyway, I have got Canelo in rounds 1 to 6. So, we'll see what happens. But some cheddar would be very nice. And it may go a bit longer than that. Canelo might just enjoy himself in there. Berlanga might show us something we've not seen before. I'm ready. I'm ready to find out, people. But I think I'm ready because I've studied it so much. You know, I've spent so much time trying to understand what Berlanga can do, trying to speculate what he can do with his physical attributes. So now I'm just ready to go on, you know, and if you watch fighters enough, then you kind of like, what can they do? What's the ceiling here? What's the potential for performance? I do think athletically, Berlanga's got a lot going for him. So that's what excites me. But what makes me think Canelo's going to destroy him is just his lack of experience, his lack of boxing IQ. But he might show us boxing IQ that I didn't know that he had. And that's the intrigue for me anyway as a fan. As I say, guys, if you were thinking of buying the fight, if you buy it through my link in the description, I get some of the revenue. Doesn't cost you any more. Just means I get a little bit of the rev. So I would appreciate that if you'd use my link if you're going to buy it. We've got 27% of people thinking Berlanga's going to win. Small sample size of 11 votes. But if anyone who's voted on that wants to tell me why they think that, I'd love to know. I'd love to know why you think that. Here we go. Jimmy Lennon Jr. is in the ring. All right. Here we go, guys. A relative of the Suleiman family has died, so they're just doing a little silence for that. And we can get underway with the ring walks. Guys, if you're in the chat right now, do comment how you see this fight going. If you've got a round for a knockout for Canelo, get that in the chat. If you've got Berlanga winning, get it in there. Tell me why. If you think it's going to go distance, tell me. I'd love to hear some guesses, some predictions, some opinions, some perspectives before this fight starts. Here we go. Anthem of Mexico. I don't know how far behind my stream is here. I'm going to try and find another one just to compare. Oh, for fuck. George, get out of my chat. Where's 6 Things We Learned? Berlanga being stopped round 6 by a body shot. Yeah, I can see that, mate. I think that's a good shout. Guys, we've got a YouTube royalty in the chat, Mr. George Benson, who didn't do 6 Things We Learned after the match, Chelsea match last night, because he went out. And he's a mug. Let's see how we get on here, though. I remember, it's coming. It better be coming, mate, because you're late. As far as national anthems go, I always remember when Triple G fought. And I never forget that Kell Brook fight when they had the Kazakh national anthem. And it was always so intimidating. And it went on for ages. It just like any hype you'd create for yourself. Kell obviously had that amazing ring walk with all the lights. Kanye West, he'd come out, get everyone super gassed. And then, you know, it would just get completely eradicated. That buzz, that high you had after watching that by this intimidating, deathly Kazakh national anthem. Well, George, I bought this coconut hydration drink. And I finished it and I've just filled it with water. So my tank of water's off to the side right now. Because it's too full, so drinking it's not that easy. We've got the United States national anthem now. Someone called Cherie is singing it. But we've broken 3K subscribers on the stream, so I'm delighted with that, guys. Very, very happy. Not gonna lie, if Berlanga was on his KO streak, people would look at this very differently. Well, that might be true, mate, but the reason he's not in a streak anymore is because he started fighting better opponents. The guys he was knocking out were absolute nobodies. So, yeah, it's one of them. Like, we don't even know how his power really translates. I mean, he can punch, like, but a lot of guys can punch, and a lot of the times it's not can you punch, it's can you set up a punch. And when you're fighting better guys, you know, it's just not as easy. So, I know he knocked out McCrory last fight. That was good. Yeah, mate, the national anthems take the sting out of it, don't they? And they're just not necessary. Unless you're in the UK when like, a bunch of drunk Brits singing God Save the King now, rather than Queen. You know, it's just not really something that gasses you up. You know, in the US, you don't really vibe to it, do you? It's sort of more like a musical performance. Whereas we're like, let's go, you know? Let's have it. But US crowds are so different from UK crowds. I think the UK boxing fans are just absolutely unbelievable. Most of them are absolutely smashed and probably don't have a clue what's going on. But in terms of like a spectacle, it's something else. This seems like a very placid sort of crowd tonight. I'm not even sure where this is, to be honest. I've not even looked. But yeah. All right. Here we go. National anthem's done, thank goodness. And as I say, guys, I'll be with you all the way through this one. I'm going to try and describe to you exactly what's happening. If you do want to buy the fight, you can use the link in the description. As I said before, it will just mean that I get some of the revenue. Don't buy it if you're not going to. Don't buy it just because you want to support me. Buy it because you were going to buy it anyway and just use my link because I'll get some of the revenue. But if not, stick with me because I'm going to commentate all the way through this one for you. I'm going to do my best job of describing what's happening. And I'm just ready now to see how Berlanga can perform here. But they've got to do something about these ring walk times, haven't they? Because I know it's not necessarily late, but you know, it's just the amount of time from watching that McCumby fight against Caleb Plant was such a good fight. They should have put that as the co-main, guys. That was such an exciting fight. That would have had everyone gassed, ready for the main event. You know, when you have a lull fest like that last one, then you labor into the main event like this. National anthems, slow build-up, slow ring walks. It's just not what you need, is it? So, hopefully, it's an exciting fight because at the minute, you know, the edge has just been taken off slightly by this long sort of wait and build-up, which it often happens. It very often happens, and you'd think they would have done something about it by now. So yeah, Crazy Axeman, I agree with you. So we're 81% Canelo to win this fight. I think that's probably not far off what his chance. I'd probably say it's a 5% chance for Berlanga winning this. But here we go. Berlanga's coming on the tunnel now, ready to ring walk. Let's get these boys in the ring and let's get this party started. I've got to say, guys, I'm getting knocked out. Do you see Joey lost last night by Boy George? I haven't seen the fight, but I think he lost on points, which is very disappointing for the lad. Yeah. Berlanga's wearing like a kind of shiny gold jacket on his way to the ring. Yeah, mate, Crazy Axeman, I agree with that. Can't wait for the AJ versus Dubois card. That's actually going to be good. Yeah, I know, although, as I say, I was really disappointed to see Smith Kelly's not going to be on anymore. Really disappointing. And it made me think, like, I wonder if they could just chuck a heavyweight fight on their last minute if there's a couple guys who would be willing. I guess it's very short notice. That's the problem. They've definitely tried to sell this whole Mexico-Puerto Rico thing. Harrison Ford in the crowd. I have to say, one thing I will say, I said before the UK fans are better boxing fans. One thing I will say is this is a far more attractive crowd than you would see at a UK boxing show. There's a lot of attractive people in this audience. And in the UK, it's like the trolls have come out to watch the boxing. So I will give your US audience that. Yeah, Wally Clark 2's on the Beterbiev Bivol card, isn't it, mate? You're right. It doesn't make sense for it not to be on that Wembley card. Really weird, actually. In fact, I wonder if they'll move it. I suppose if it was... Yeah, no, they won't do it that way around. They won't bring it forward. They might have pushed it back. That is very disappointing. You're right, mate. That would have made so much sense. Oh, man. Here we go. Berlanga coming to the ring now. They should do Lewis Crocker versus Josh Kelly instead. That's not a bad shot, actually, but is Crocker fit? I've seen Lewis Crocker fight live. And he was touted at one point heavily, but I actually fancied Liam Smith to win that Josh Kelly fight if he came in any sort of shape. More Mexicans than Americans there. All right, well, that would explain it then, Crazy X-Man. The US can't sell 100,000 at Wembley, though. Laugh my arse off. Wish we could. That number is crazy to me. Yeah, it's mental, mate. The Brits are just mad. Berlanga looks confident as he walks to the ring here, which is good. Yeah, I can't... It's an unfathomable number, really, isn't it? To come out for a boxing show. But yeah, man, the UK fans, they just absolutely love it. But I didn't realize this fight was actually in Mexico. Is it in Mexico or is it in America? I don't even know where this is. It's not great from me. Where is... If anyone knows, chuck it in the comments. T-Mobile Arena. So, yeah, a mixture of Americans and Mexicans then. And maybe some Puerto Ricans, because Berlanga Singh is Puerto Rican. Non-stop. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's in Vegas. Thank you, mate. Got it. Well, that's why there's attractive people in the crowd then, isn't it? Sin City, baby. Yeah, mate, literally, Wembley is like 100,000 trolls. T-Mobile Arena is like all the pretty people that were just like, should we just wander in here? Should we just wander in here and watch what this thing is that's going on? This is an awful song Berlanga's ring walking to, I have to say. Shocking. Don't know who the rapper is. I've got to turn this AC off. My throat's drying out from talking so much. He does not represent us. Where are you from, Crazy X-Man? Are you American? What part of America are you in? Berlanga and Eddie Hearn doing a little fist bump there. Let's get Canelo in the ring, guys. Let's get this on the road. They're getting straight into Canelo's ring walk here, I think. Yeah. They've not even waited a beat to get him in. They know the fans want to get him in the ring now and see the fight. Guys, if you're in here and you haven't liked the stream, please give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Please get in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from and how you see this fight going. Give me a method of victory for either man. As I say, they're getting in the ring now, so if you want to buy the fight using my link, I get some of the revenue. That'd be lovely. If not, stick with me. And we are going to commentate all the way through this one. And it might not last long, guys, so don't blink. Don't go for a bathroom break now. It's too late for that. Canelo's one ring walking, so I'd go now if you want one. Because it'd probably still be another 10 minutes before the fight actually starts. Comment from... I don't know how to say your name, mate. Is it Mithrandir? Mithrandir. It sounds like a Lord of the Rings name or something. Mithrandir. Mithrandir. Also, yes, UK fans are better boxing fans than Americans. I appreciate you all for that. For us in the US, boxing is a niche sport now. It peaked in the 1990s. It is niche, mate. You're right. And such a shame because all your best athletes go into exclusively American sports, you know, like basketball, American football. And I wish we could see some of your guys on a world stage, whether it's soccer or whether it's boxing. Imagine if some of those basketball players, you know, found boxing at the same age as they found basketball and decided to do that. I think that's, you know, The US heavyweight division has been a little dead for a while. Yeah, exactly. Mithranda, Gandalf the Grey. Yeah, exactly. Vibes. So, yeah. Where are you watching from, Mithranda? Let me know where you're based. Guys, by the way, let me know if... I think it's good, actually. I won't ask that question. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how quickly Canelo starts this fight. I want to see if he starts fast and tries to get him out of there quickly. Who do you think is the greatest Mexican boxer of all time? Probably Julio Chavez Sr. Definitely not Junior. Don't get it twisted. I don't even need to say Senior, do I? Just Julio Chavez. Julio Cesar Chavez. But, you know, Canelo's got to be in the conversation. He's had a very, very good career. But look, man, I'm young, so I can't claim to have watched all those fights. Yeah. Drummers Against It K. How would I say your name? Drummers Against It K. Drummers Against It K. Thank you, Henry, for all your work. This Canelo fight is just retirement tour, sorry to say. Do you know what, mate? That's kind of fair. That's no one can argue that that's an unfair comment. Coming from the US here, Jared Anderson was our only heavyweight hope. Look, mate, I still think he's got the raw potential to go and be a really, really good heavyweight. So don't write him off just yet. But I think back in the UK, look, I grew up in Scotland, so I know quite a bit about Martin Bakole. And, I picked Anderson because I thought he had the highest ceiling, but I was not surprised at all when I saw what Bakole did. That was exactly how he fights. Now Berlanga looks a little nervous to me. Now he looks a little nervous. But thank you for your thanks, Drummers Against It, Kay. But you don't have to thank me, mate, because this is what I like to do. So thank you for being here with me. Stick with me for this fight. Bang a like on the stream, anybody that's new in here. Please, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to bring you all the way through this fight. Jimmy Lennon Jr. just going through the motions right now. Nicholas, I like the disparity of the audience culture in sports depending on the country. Like, UK is so loud with the chanting and passion, and Japan is like dead quiet and purely respectful. Very true, mate. And the Japanese culture is fascinating. And I just find Japan fascinating in general. I lived in Asia, in Indonesia for 1.5 years. Haven't made it to Japan yet, but I want to get there for sure. Mithranda, I think it's good that boxing is less popular in the USA. Fewer concussions. Well, yeah, fewer concussions, less CT for kids, more money and better coverage in the press in basketball. I'm a Midwestern like Tim Waltz. Yeah, mate, listen, you're not wrong. Boxing's dangerous, really dangerous. From a purely fan perspective, boxing fan perspective, I would love it if there was more top boxers, but you're completely right. And if I was a father, I would not encourage my kids to fight. I'd want them to learn how to box. I think it's a great skill. I think it's a great pastime. But I wouldn't want them to have a career as a professional fighter. Just saying, imagine a world in which those other athletes decide to box. But here we go. Everyone in Japan dying for Inoue and Nakatani. Yeah, mate. I've never watched Nakatani. Can't lie to you. But I've heard he's good. And I would definitely go and study him if the fight got made. Don Carlo Ancelotti knocks out Canelo. Shut up, George. I mean, American football has high CTE rates and it's still popular. Yeah, you're right, mate. But I think it's because it's like a more hidden thing. Like in boxing, it's like everybody knows if you get punched in the head, you're going to get concussion. It's going to hurt. You could die. Whereas American football, it's like one of the hidden consequences, if that makes sense, even though everyone kind of knows now. So I think that's why soccer's on the rise in America. Football, as we call it in the UK, and whatever call it. Basketball, obviously. Paddle tennis. All good fun. But we're here to talk about boxing right now, so enough about that. Fight coming up. Within the next few minutes, they should be starting round one. And bear in mind, guys, I might be a little bit behind, so don't put any spoilers in the chat, please. And his little gold shiny jacket is off, Berlanga, so he's ready to go now. And I am ready for this fight. The talking is done. Everything's been said that needs to be said. The analysis has been put out there. Now it's time to see what Berlanga can do. Listen, guys, I don't know much about American sports, so you educate me on that. But all I know is it's time to watch Canelo do his thing, man. And Canelo looks in really good shape. You know, one thing you'll say about these top level guys at the very, very top, they never cut any corners. They always train hard. And, you know, whatever happens in this fight, Canelo looks in shape. Watch Nakatani versus Maloney if you want to see a good fight. I will definitely do that, mate. And look, I think Nakatani Inoue will get made. So, although I think he said he had to fight his little brother first. But I'll definitely watch more of him when that fight gets made because I'll be doing some studies on it. But here we go. This is it. Fighters are being read their instructions by the referee and we're about to get underway. Touch gloves. And here we go. This is it. And I want to watch a good fight because that last one nearly killed me. Here we go. Here we go. And my internet's immediately started playing up. Of course. Here we are. And the lights in this arena are pretty cool, actually. Here we go. Round 1 underway. Berlanga looks absolutely enormous. He looks at least one weight class bigger. Here we go. Berlanga, little feints. Straight away, little feints. And he's got quite a wide stance, actually. And he's already extending the jab, just holding it out there, just trying to show Canelo that he's got that gap, that he's maintaining that space. And a little feint down there as if he's going to throw the body, but he's not throwing anything yet. But already, you can see, Berlanga is boxing to more of a game plan than we've seen before. And he catches the first jab from Canelo there with his backhand. Canelo already landing on the gloves there. Lead hook from Canelo on the gloves. Berlanga came out with a jab and deflects off by Canelo. Guys, by the way, if you want to score this as we go, use the Boxing News app. Brilliant stuff. Really good scorecard built into it. I'll get mine up now. Berlanga with a lead hook, backhand, all on the gloves of Canelo. Nothing clean so far. And he just jumps out of range there as Canelo throws the backhand. And there's a lot of power here. Both men big punches. Canelo, as expected, on the front foot, trying to walk him down. Oh, and he's landed a right hand there, Canelo. Left hook to the glove, and then he's gone downstairs with the right hand. Oh, and then Berlanga blocks the left hook to the head. Off the bat, though, I'd say that puts Canelo slightly ahead in the round. We're at 1:15 in the round on my stream, guys. Canelo jabbing, Berlanga blocks. Little feint. Now, the biggest problem so far, as I see it for Berlanga, is his jab is non-existent right now. He has got to get that jab flicking out. He's got to start touching Canelo because Canelo's just walking straight into his space right now. Yeah. And sharp jab from Canelo. Berlanga comes back with his own jab. And right now, as I say, Canelo edging forward on the front foot, as he always does, as he likes to do. And he's lifting that back foot off the floor like he did against Bivol. So if you want to go, that's when you go. He's got the front foot forward, and he's edging forward with the back foot. And, yeah, I mean, off the bat, I'm not seeing Berlanga do the things you'll need to do. It looks to me like he's trying to line up single power shots. So we'll see what happens. But no active jab from Berlanga so far. He's throwing the odd jab, but he needs to throw volume jabs, and he's not doing that right now. And Canelo's just being able to just stand in range right now, and his foot is right on Berlanga's. He's right there. Jab on the gloves there from Berlanga. And I give round 1 to Canelo. It was a tight round. But that's a round 1 for... Sorry, round 1 for Canelo. What am I saying? Round 1 for Canelo. But it was close. There wasn't much in it. But I don't like what Berlanga's doing off the bat. I think he's going to get hurt if he fights. The jab was fine, but it wasn't active enough. The corner telling him the jab was good. He needs to throw a lot more jabs than that. Everything else was fine. Everything else was fine. I think he thinks, Berlanga, I think he thinks he punches harder than Munguia. And Munguia was very, very active with his combination punches. His coach is saying he wants head movement with the jab. Okay. All right, well, it's an okay opening for Berlanga. Nothing bad happened. But I'm very concerned for him how easily Canelo is getting into his range. Front foot, lead feet very close, so Canelo is in punching range. And as you can see, Canelo again. You've got to watch Canelo's feet, his lower body. Berlanga edging forward here a little bit more. And his jab's got... It's just a range-finding jab right now. He's not using any... It's not got anything on it. It's not the Bivol jab. It's a much sort of lighter rangefinder. Definitely one that could be countered if he's not careful. But flicking it a little bit more here, which is encouraging. And he's not actually throwing much, Berlanga. And there we go. Oh, there we go. Combinations with Canelo. Right hand downstairs, left hand upstairs. Just lands on his chest. But Berlanga looks open defensively to me. And then Berlanga's throwing a nice sharp 1-2 on the gloves of Canelo. Berlanga looks sharp, I will say that. When he threw that 1-2, that was nice and sharp. But he looks like a little bit like a deer in the headlights right now. Rabbit in the headlights. And he's not... I just thought he'd be a bit more active. And Berlanga is clinching. And there's nothing wrong with that. He should clinch. Nice little combination there from Berlanga. 3-punch, up and down. And then he's clinched again. Oh, he's tried to clinch, and Canelo's landed a right hand. Berlanga's saying it's the back of the head. I'm not sure that's right. And again, Canelo edging forward. And look, again, guys, you know, Canelo does this. He takes a step forward, holds his right foot, then he brings his feet together to move into range. And that's when you can attack him. And so far, Berlanga's not going in those moments. And he's not showing the... Oh, nice right hand there from Berlanga. But Berlanga's not showing the sophistication in the timing of his attacks right now. But Berlanga's looking quite fast, I will say that. He looks quick. But Canelo landing a significant shot so far. I wouldn't say the moment's getting to him, Crazy X-Men. Oh! Oh, okay. So, referee's jumps in there. Canelo's thrown a couple punches, then Berlanga's thrown one back low. Now they've been broken and the fight resumes, but... You've got to be careful not to get punches, Doc. But Berlanga's showing no respect right now, which is what you want from him. If he's going to have a chance in this fight, he can't show respect. It's not bad from Berlanga so far, I have to say, but, you know, Canelo will fancy this. He'll really fancy this. He just took a clean jab to the face there. But it's close right now. I got Canelo edging this round so far, but it is close. Nicely jabbed there from Canelo. Nice shot to the body from Berlanga there. This is the best I've seen Berlanga so far by a mile. It's only 2 rounds in, but he's actually boxing quite well here. Oh, nice backhand from Berlanga. And again, didn't quite land clean, but that was a closer round. I think Canelo edged it again, but it was a much closer round. I say much closer. Round 1 was close too. Look, guys... I think Canelo's edging these rounds, but it's not, you know, Berlanga doesn't look out of his depth at all. It's quite even. It's quite even, but Canelo just looks like at some moment he's going to find a gap and he's going to take him out. But a decent round from Berlanga there. Berlanga will be satisfied with that. And if he can keep it this close throughout the rounds, throughout the fight, then, you know, you'll be impressed by what Berlanga's done. I'm quite impressed with Berlanga's speed, though. I have to say that. He looks fast. Round 3. Berlanga's still just touching Canelo with that lead hand, and it's actually decent. It's maintaining the range. But Berlanga's trying to counter Canelo. He's not really looking to lead off too much. Good lead there from Berlanga. He took one and he gave one. And he's just jabbing on Canelo's guard at the moment and moving backwards. It's all on the guard at the minute. Nice jab up top there from Canelo. And he's got him in the corner. Nice clean jab to the head from Canelo. And Berlanga's actually done an okay job there of getting off the ropes. And Berlanga's jabs, he's turning up and now on the jab, which I like to see. And then Canelo's landed one up top. Oh! That is a huge left hook from Canelo that's knocked Berlanga down. Damn! That was massive. It was so fast. So quick there from Canelo. I need to see it again to see what happened, but he's come out now. And he's looking to take him out here, I think. Straight on the front foot from Canelo. And he's got Berlanga on the ropes here, and he's unloading a little bit. Berlanga's trying to punch back. He doesn't look too hurt, Berlanga. Yeah, and Berlanga's punching back. Uppercut from Canelo. And Berlanga's throwing combinations back here. Oh, and another left hook. It's landed clean. Uppercuts from Canelo. And Berlanga's coming back with shots here. And he's still with us, Berlanga, for sure. Oh! Misses a wild overhand. Canelo comes back and connects up top. And now it's all on the gloves. And Berlanga needs to get his legs. And he needs to move off those ropes. Canelo's keeping it tight. You did say left hook, drummers against it. And that was lovely from Canelo. Stunning. Speed, power. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He just suddenly brought it alive. And it was just stunning. And Berlanga's defense has been leaky in previous fights. And we saw it there. I need to see it again. I'm not sure if it was a counter shot. Or if Canelo just decided, you know what, I'm going right now. But it was so explosive and brilliant from Canelo. Oh, nice counter left hook from Berlanga there. That looked like it hurt Canelo a little bit. But Canelo coming forward again here. And he's absolutely fine. Here we go. And nice backhand there from Berlanga. Left hook up top. Berlanga's got that right hand a bit higher now, so hopefully he'll learn his lesson for his sake, because you can't be getting hit like that. Body shots from Canelo. Left hook up on the guard of Berlanga. Double jab, right hand to the body from Canelo. Berlanga comes back with a jab. And they're standing toe-to-toe, and it's stupid from Berlanga. Stupid. That's a 10-8 round for Canelo. And one of the trainers has just fallen into the commentary team. This is absolute chaos. Right, let's see. So Canelo's nice and close. The jab from Canelo. Berlanga throws the backhand, the right backhand. Canelo comes back with another jab. All right, here we go. Oh, it was stunning shot from Canelo. So Berlanga just dropped his backhand. He went to throw a right hand to the body. Canelo was in punching range, and he just threw a counter left hook and completely wiped him out. So let's see it again. Yeah. Oh, it was a parry, sorry. So Berlanga went to parry what he thought was going to be a jab from Canelo, and Canelo disguised it and threw a hook upstairs and completely took him out. And then he's come forward and he's throwing punches to the body, and yeah, that was a great piece of play there from Canelo. And we're going into round 4. Let's see if Canelo tries to take him out in this round. Jab to the body from Canelo, jab upstairs from Berlanga. Canelo's on the front foot once again. Berlanga looks like he's got his legs back. Not that he ever really lost them. He was just hurt, you know. But, yeah, it was a big shot from Canelo. Yeah, you're right, Crazy X-Man. Berlanga did take it quite well. Given it was a clean left hook upstairs. Jab from Canelo upstairs. Right hand downstairs. And I just think, guys, Berlanga's feet here, he's not making enough movements with his feet to remain on balance. He's biting on Canelo's feints. Canelo's starting to read what Berlanga does defensively, and Berlanga's not active enough with his jab. And now Berlanga's on the ropes, where I told you, he cannot sit here. He cannot sit on the ropes. Comes forward with the backhand. Uppercut. Lead uppercut. Canelo's just taking it all in the gloves, and he's moved away from the ropes here, Berlanga, but he's back on the ropes again. Jab upstairs, right hand downstairs from Canelo. All Berlanga's work is on the gloves right now. None of it's clean. One of the things about Canelo, he's got a lovely, lovely tight high guard. And, you know, the timing of these Berlanga attacks is just not there. It's just not there. As I said before in my pre-fight analysis, Bivol did really well. Munguia to attack Canelo when he's moving in with that back foot. Berlanga's not been doing that. And Nice backhand there from Berlanga. Oh, big right hand from Canelo there. Don't know if it hit that clean on the chin, but clean enough. Berlanga's going to get pieced up here if it continues like this, I think. Oh, lovely left hook to the body from Canelo. Berlanga's gone upstairs with right hand, but I think it's hit the gloves. And just a lull in action for a moment here. But, yep. I always said before the fight, Berlanga was in love with his power. I don't think that's been so much the issue here as he's just being outskilled right now. And he's just not active enough. I don't think his cardio is good enough to be as active as he needs to be with his jab. And he keeps staying on the ropes, man. He's got to use his feet more. He's got to use his jab more. Oh, left hook up top, right hook up, right, straight right up top from Berlanga. Didn't quite land the straight right. Wasn't bad. But he's holding his feet, Berlanga, way too much. And this is just exactly what Canelo wants you to do. Which you might say is Berlanga believing in his power a bit too much. And round 4. Another Canelo round for me. Berlanga tried to be more active there. But I still think Canelo landed the proper clean work. You're predicting 7th round, drummers against it. Well, he's made it to round 5, Berlanga. And he's looking okay. But, I don't know how much further this is going to go, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're enjoying this, please drop a like, guys. Please subscribe if you're new. Canelo's calling more power jabs, apparently. But I expect Canelo to start going through the gears now and start really busting Berlanga up. Here we go. Round 5. And, you know, footwork-wise here, you know, for me it's interesting because Canelo's just kind of doing whatever he wants. Well, if Canelo's going to stop him, guys, I hope it's within 6, because that's on my bet slip. Yeah, it is a bad sign. We're congratulating Berlanga on making it to the 5th. But Berlanga's using his jab more now, but he's actually dropping his lead hand now, so he's giving Canelo a slightly different look here. Not one I'd recommend, because you don't want to be giving him obvious counter punches. But if he's going to use his jab more, then I'm fine with that for now as something. But yeah, he's jabbing more now, Berlanga, which is I thought he would do this from the off. Oh, and Canelo's just starting to counter that jab. Didn't quite land clean, but... yeah. Berlanga's doing what he can with what he has, I think. And he's boxing all right. He's definitely boxing... I'd say this is probably his... He's punching him very low there, so Canelo's just punched him low back. They're just exchanging low blows right now. This is utterly bizarre. There's no respect between them here. They're both punching low. Very, very strange. They're both punching low. I think Canelo's pissed off now. The referee's just fallen over. And it's back underway. And I think Canelo... He's pissed Canelo... I wouldn't be surprised if we see Canelo go and try to stop him now, because he looks like he's pissed Canelo off. Canelo's got him on the ropes again here. Oh! No, not quite. Not quite clean, but he's got him on the ropes to Canelo. He's missed the hook. Berlanga's tried to counter, and he's missed his counter. And Canelo's sort of coming forward with real aggression right now. Throwing little jabs up top. Then Berlanga's trying to counter, but they're not quite landing. And he's missed with a right hand over the top there. Canelo and Berlanga's moved off. Oh, a little uppercut from Canelo there. Lands clean. Very, very nice uppercut from Canelo there. And a backhand half partially blocked. You're right, Aman. Canelo does knock people down the tape in 12 recently. I don't think that's what's going to happen here, I have to say. Oh! Backhand from Canelo. Berlanga just pulls out of range slightly, but it did land. And then left hook to the body of Berlanga there. Oh, 1-2 on Canelo's chin. That was lovely from Berlanga. Good shot. Good one, too. He's still there, Berlanga, for sure. And now he's on the ropes again. You can't be here. You can't be here. And he's trying to, like, use a stiff arm to push Canelo away. He's sticking the jab out and holding it there to try and keep Canelo away from him. But I just think he wants a rest more than anything. I think he's maybe trying to lure him into a counter as well on the ropes. But Canelo loves it there. He wants you there. Jab on the gloves again from Berlanga. Backhand on the gloves. He's moving away again. And that is another round for Canelo for me. 10-9 round. We're through 5 rounds, so we're going into the 6th. So, what is Berlanga's plan, says Beth Aniel. Berlanga's plan, mate, is to try and keep Canelo away from him by using these long, stiff arms, throw jabs, and try to counter off the ropes from the looks of things. Try and be vicious when he can, but... So, I've just got to reply to my girlfriend, guys. Okay. All right, round 6. Berlanga's doing a lot of this straight arm now. There's a lot of this stiff arm trying to hold him at bay. Oh, I still think that, you know, there's an opportunity for Berlanga to do something to Canelo here if he can time a counter. And he is landing a few little shots here. But, yeah, Berlanga's going to have to keep getting hit to do it. That's the problem. How many more shots can he take? Oh, not quite. Not quite. I thought Berlanga had landed a counter shot there, just on the gloves of Canelo. Canelo's still marching forward here. It's just much of the same, guys. Nothing new to tell you about yet. Jab from Canelo. But just allowing himself to be on the ropes, Berlanga, constantly. And I think, you know, they've obviously decided that, yeah, I can be on the ropes and I'm going to try and counter him from there. I just think the more he does this, the better chance Canelo has of that. Oh, good counter left hook from Berlanga. Canelo rides the shot, though. Off the ropes. And then body shots from Canelo. Takes a jab up top from Berlanga. I think Berlanga's hurting Canelo a bit here, you know. These are powerful shots. Canelo is taking some counter shots here. And I've got Berlanga up in this round right now. He's landed a few good counters. Nice uppercut from Berlanga. Oh, left hook from Canelo. This is turning into a bit of a scrap, guys, in this round. Commentator saying that Berlanga predicted a 6th round knockout for himself. I don't think he was too serious in that prediction, guys, to be honest, but maybe he really meant it. Maybe he's going to turn it up in the next 45 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Joe Goose on commentary. He's saying Berlanga's got to use his jab more from range. Agreed. Agreed. And he's got himself in the corner again. And he's very happy to sit here. And I said before the fight, you cannot do this. We'll wait and see if he can. You know, he does seem to be countering relatively well from that position. It's letting him load up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Berlanga's not using his reach more. I don't know why he's not throwing more long, straight shots. I worry that his fitness isn't good enough because he's sitting on the ropes so much right now. But, you know, he's basically putting the onus on Canelo to go in there and stop him because you can't sit on the ropes against Canelo and then Canelo not stop you and call it a good performance by Canelo. Anyway, I actually think that might have been Berlanga. I'm going to give that round to Berlanga. I'm giving round 6 to Berlanga. I thought he landed a couple of good shots in there. Yeah, man. I don't know, like, it's not... I don't think Berlanga's underrated. I just think it's really hard to rate him because... Yeah, we've just not seen him in with anyone decent to judge him, really. So underrated, overrated. Even after this, it's going to be hard to tell how good he is. Unless he wins. But yeah. I think it was generous of me, mate. I think it was. But I thought that was an okay round from Berlanga there. And I thought he landed a couple clean shots. Just because, look, guys, I'm not someone who scores fights on who's walking forwards. Anyway, here we go. Round number 7. And again, Berlanga's really holding his feet here. But he is throwing the jab a bit more. He's throwing it from his hip right now. And I mean, honestly, guys, like, watching the way Berlanga's boxing right now, it's quite conservative. He's not taking many chances. He's looking for counter-punching opportunities. And, you know, he might make this a fight where Canelo just thinks, I'm not going to take risks. He is putting a shift in there like Charlie. You're absolutely right, man. But he might create a situation where Canelo doesn't want to take risks and he just wins a points decision. Entirely possible. Nice body shot there from Canelo. A bit low. I think that was below the belt line there from Canelo. The referee tells him that's too low. And all Berlanga's work again there on the gloves. And Canelo's backed him on the ropes again, and he's throwing shots all blocked by Berlanga so far. I think Berlanga's high guard's been decent. But, you know, guys, another component in this fight is Canelo's also, you know, looked tireder in his recent fights. You know, he doesn't have the stamina he used to do that let him use that brilliant head movement we saw in the likes of the Johnny Jacobs fight. Yeah. Has as much responsibility for taking this fight as anyone else. Of course he does, mate. He picks his opponents, so... Yeah. It's not what we want. But I think Canelo is definitely in a decline right now. I think a few years ago, this would be over real quick, to be honest. And it's a strange fight to watch right now. It really is. Berlanga holding his feet a lot. Canelo not doing loads. Morel? Mate, that's just based on performance, though. A slip from Berlanga there. Looked like a knockdown for a second. And we're into round 8. And that was Canelo round. Got 69-63 Canelo right now. You could have it 70-62. Juana, I think you're probably going to be right, mate. Berlanga looks absolutely exhausted in this corner. Don't forget, guys, 6 Things We Learn will be out straight after this one. We're up to 22 concurrent viewers, guys. If you are enjoying this, please like the stream. I'd be very grateful. Subscribe if you're new. And we're about to get into round number 8. Here we go. It's getting into a bit of a pattern now where it's just kind of... Berlanga starts the round, popping the jab, slows down, ends up on the ropes. Canelo lands a few shots. Berlanga tries to counter him. That's very much the pattern of the rounds right now, guys. And, you know, Canelo wants Berlanga to do more so that he makes more mistakes and he can be countered. Right now, he's not going to do that. I wonder if at some point Berlanga will gamble a little bit. Because what's he got to lose? You know what I mean? What's he got to lose? You know, maybe he's happy to just sort of coast through and sort of lose every round now, but get out of it unscathed. Oh, Canelo tried the left hook up top. Berlanga just pulled back. Took it on the glove. But Canelo's going to want a knockout here. I think he needs a knockout here for his credibility, you know? I say for his credibility. His credibility in taking this fight. Crawford just said on Twitter, put me in, coach. Yeah, I mean, if you are Terence Crawford watching this, it does build your confidence, but the size difference is still astronomical. And Berlanga did a good job of pulling back there from that uppercut from Canelo. And shot from the Berlanga on the top of the head there. And he's come back the 1-2. Canelo's thrown low, but it's all blocked by Berlanga right now. They're definitely starting to scrap a wee bit more in the middle of the ring. Oh! Berlanga stuck his head in. Referee yelled stop. Canelo threw a right hand. The referee's got to get a grip of this fight because there's been a few little rough and tumble moments here. Crawford didn't struggle with Madrimov. It was just a close fight, mate. I don't think he struggled with him. And I actually think Madrimov-Canelo would be a very good fight. Personally. But yeah, I'm not saying Crawford beats Canelo by any means. Oh! Berlanga just overreached. Canelo landed a counter. Berlanga's on the ropes. Berlanga's swinging, but he's missed. Oh! Canelo landed a big right hand there. Berlanga's guard up. But this is what Canelo wants now. So Berlanga's starting to sit in front of him a bit more with the high guard. This is where Canelo can start working Berlanga's high guard. Start punching round it, punching up the middle, punching round it. I think we'll start seeing Canelo do a bit more of that. Lands a left hook there, Canelo. Goes upstairs, goes downstairs. Berlanga's, yeah. Oh, lands a little jab to the body, right hand up top from Canelo there. And Berlanga's starting to eat quite a few shots here. Low shots there from Canelo. Not low, sorry, just down to the body. Lovely. Berlanga's trying to come back. He's still game, Berlanga. He's still punching. I agree with the chat, by the way. Madrimov is a tough fight for anyone, and that round's for Canelo. Madrimov is a tough fight for anybody. And I thought he fought a very, very good discipline display against Crawford. And because Crawford's a counter-puncher, by using lots of feints, by keeping his feet close, he made it very, very difficult for Crawford to do any counter-punching. So Crawford won the fight for me by a few rounds. I think I had it one... I don't remember. I don't remember what I had it, but I think I had him winning by 4 rounds. And I thought Crawford boxed well, and he was up a weight. And I think if Madrimov had been as reckless as he normally is, as aggressive as he normally is, Crawford probably would have won by stoppage. I think Canelo Crawford's interesting. I do. But I think Canelo would probably rather lose trying to beat Bivol at a higher weight than lose to someone moving up. Or so I would imagine. I don't know. It depends where the money is. You got to think it's with Crawford. And we're going into round 9. And this has gone longer than many of us thought it would. Guys, has anyone given Berlanga any rounds? I personally would like to see Canelo go through the gears here and try and take him out. Because Berlanga's not offering much offensively now. He's big and he's strong. He's looking to counter. And Canelo is here for the money, so he's not going to want to take unnecessary risks. But as a fan, I want to see Canelo take a bit of a risk now. Start trying to counter a bit more. But, if he goes too crazy, Berlanga's still there, he can still hurt him, so you don't want to do anything stupid, but... Oh, good backhand from Canelo there. Oh, big backhand from Canelo. Berlanga rode the shot really well. He pulled his chin back at the same time, but clean shot from Canelo. And Berlanga's still there, man, but he's got to start landing more punches because he's starting to get beaten up. I think people are acting like Canelo's beating up worse than he is, though. The commentary is sort of talking about how there's doctors ringside and all this. I'm not quite hearing what they're saying, but Berlanga's not getting battered right now. Time. Referee's called time. What's happening here? Time in. Okay, fine. A lot of foul play from both men, to be honest. They've both been doing stuff. Canelo, it says, has landed 44% of his punches versus Berlanga's 26%. That looks about right. In the corner again here. Canelo moving his head. But, you know, that's simply, for me, more of a conditioning issue than anything from Berlanga. And not wanting to risk making a mistake. Which is why I sit on the ropes and hoping to catch Canelo with something lucky. I'm not enjoying the strategy of him just kind of being on the ropes. But at the same time, Canelo's not capitalizing on it. But he's also aware that Berlanga's trying to bait him into something. So it's, if you're trying to just be safe and get the win, then, yeah. Canelo's doing a little bit of fake drunk fighting here, sort of moving his arms in a funny way. He's backed Berlanga up now. He's in the corner, and we'll see if Canelo tries to take him out here. Oh, big right uppercut from Canelo. That looked like it hurt Berlanga there. Berlanga's legs just dipped for a moment. But he's still in there, Berlanga. But he's on the back foot big time. High guard, moving on the back foot. Trying to find a counter punch. He's not showing too much ambition for me, Berlanga. He's just trying to find a lucky shot right now. Canelo's got him in the corner here. He's trying to bust him up. Berlanga's got less pop on those punches now, that's for sure. He's just threw a very lazy left hook there. And Canelo's starting to work. He's throwing little jabs. Oh, right hand up top landed. Berlanga landed a couple of counter shots, but there was less on them than there has been. That's the end of the round. It's another Canelo round. Damn, guys. Damn. Guys, please chuck the stream a like if you're in there. And you haven't liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Hope the commentary is seeing you through if you've not bought the fight. Berlanga's trainer just said to him, why are we doing dumb shit right now, man? Coach says, are you okay? Berlanga says, yes, I'm 100%. Apparently, Berlanga closed his eyes in the corner for a second there. Right. So he's obviously a bit concussed, you'd say. So let's see what happens here. Canelo might be about to take him out. If he's acting dazed in the corner and... Yep. Aniel is another easy fight for Canelo. Holding the belts hostage for me at this point. Oh shit, hang on guys, my camera's died. 1 second. Sorry guys, we're still here. My camera's just died for some reason. There we go guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Apologies. I'm back in the game. Right. Yeah, more of the same right now. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back now anyway. Oh, big left hook, right uppercut from Canelo there. Right hook from Canelo. Lands on Berlanga. Looks like he's starting to piece him up a bit here. Yeah. Berlanga's yelling at Canelo, come on. It's like, mate, what are you doing? You're doing nothing. You can talk crap, but like you're actually doing nothing. You're just standing there getting hit. Not like a tough guy, but I just would rather see you perform well. Stupid. Backhand from Canelo lands. Berlanga's showing toughness here, I will say that. Giving us credit. Yeah, Berlanga's tough, man. He's taking a bunch of shots, now he's walking forward, but he hasn't got the skill to... Oh! He's just caught Canelo with a big hook as Canelo was trying walking off to the side there. And now they're yelling at each other. That was weird. All right. Round 11. Let's see if we can get something out of this, guys. Whether it's a stoppage or whether it's something from Berlanga. Let's see. Wonder if Berlanga can find some kind of second win here. He might as well go for it, Berlanga. You know, he might as well. His legs look well, though. He's just done a little bounce backwards, done a little shuffle step, and then he's come back again. He's starting to throw more here, Berlanga, so I wonder if he's going to have a go. And he's putting his head in again, which Canelo's complaining about. Berlanga is trying here now, though. He's got to the late rounds and now he's trying. Canelo lands a big left hook. It was weird. Almost like Berlanga thought he'd hurt his right hander. He started shaking it almost. It was strange. I wonder how Canelo will feel after this. I wonder if he'll feel like, God, I am on the slide here. Nice shot to the body there from Canelo. The referee said keep it up. It looked okay. The referee's been more of a character in this fight than you would hope for, that's for sure. Anyway. And, Berlanga ducks under that right hook from Canelo and moves off the ropes. And I would like to see him do more of that in this fight. And he's sat on the ropes too much. Canelo will be really disappointed if he can't stop Berlanga. But Berlanga is still there and he's still active. I think he's fighting a conservative fight, Berlanga. I have to say, I think he's trying to get through it. If you don't use your jab against Canelo, you're only going to lose eventually. On points or by knockout, it doesn't matter. But he's not showing huge ambition. He's trying to wait for Canelo to lead off, and that's completely fine, but he's not doing enough when he counters. He's not doing enough with his jab. He's not winning rounds. He's just trying to find one punch, in my opinion, Berlanga. I've not seen this ref too much, Crazy X-Man. I mean, I know who he is, but I can't think what other fights he's been in, but I think he's not had a control of the fight, so a lot of crap's been happening. Canelo's got Berlanga in the corner. Berlanga's straight back. Oh, there's a little scrap in the corner now. Yeah, Canelo's yelling at him. Oh, great. Yell at each other between rounds. I don't care, guys. I'd rather see a better fight. Yeah, they're going at it in the corner there for a minute. Some big, heavy shots. Then they're yelling at each other at the end of the round. Canelo feels disrespected by Berlanga. It's another Canelo round. And we're going into the round number 12. Here we go, final round. Let's do this. No worries, mate. I'm not in the UK, mate. I'm in Australia. But I'm glad that you have thanked me. I appreciate that. But no, I'm in Australia. I wouldn't be doing this otherwise. There's no way I'm staying up for this crap. No, I'm joking. It's been alright. It's been an alright scrap. But there's no chance I'd wake up if I was in the UK. Even when there was big fights, I didn't because I just need my sleep. But one of the reasons I decided to relaunch the channel, I was like, you know what? All these UK-US fights are just like Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, so perfect. Anyway, here we go. They're going for it here, I think, hopefully, both of them. Both got high guards, both meet in the middle of the ring. Berlanga's chucked his head in again there a little bit. Not chucked his head in, they've just kind of come together, but... But look, Berlanga's just standing there with his guard up, he's doing nothing. Mate, fair play to you for staying up for this fight, you're a true fan. All right. Yeah, I mean, when you've got Canelo who's a counterpuncher and Berlanga who is also trying to counter in this fight, Canelo does lead off from time to time, but it's challenging, you know? It's challenging when that guy's that much bigger. But Canelo, yeah, it's hard. Yeah, very dissatisfying for Canelo. It's either time to hang up the gloves or bin the belts because I think he's reached his limit. Yeah, mate. I think... Oh, Berlanga just landed a good right hand there. And a left hook. And he's missed that one. Yeah, I think you got to say at this point, Canelo's on the slide watching this. But if you're Crawford, you'll be crying out for that Canelo fight now. And look, guys, Canelo is trying to stop Berlanga here. There's none of this. A lot after the Munguia fight, a lot of people are like, oh, Canelo carried him to the end, blah blah blah. No chance, mate. Like. He wants to stop Berlanga, but Berlanga's really trying here. Oh, good right hand from Canelo on the chin there. There's 37 seconds left on my clock. Let's see if Canelo can step on it and make him end the fight here, but... Yeah, mate. Oh, well, guys. Last 18 seconds. Oh, uppercut. And then Berlanga's landed a couple shots and he's trying to have a go here at the end. There's no respect between the two of them. And then they've yelled woo and they've high-fived and they've given each other a big hug. Yeah, instantly show each other lots of respect. I think the end's coming for Canelo though. Guys, thank you for sticking with me through this stream. We'll wait and get the result read out, but then I'm going to go straight to 6 things we learned. Yeah, you're right. Canelo is at 168 now, and he did outbox Berlanga and beat him, but you're right, I would have still expected him to win this fight by knockout. He's a big puncher, Canelo. And he is really a middleweight, isn't he? He is really a middleweight. But if he fights Crawford, he'll want to bring it up to 168 for sure. It's not a good look for Canelo Crazy. You're absolutely right. All right, I'm just going to wait for the result, guys, and then we'll call it a stream. But I'm pretty confident it will be a landslide points win for Canelo. But we might as well hear the scorecards and see if there's any horrendous shouts in there. Yeah, I agree, lads. I agree. Yeah, I mean, look, what you ideally want as a boxing fan is you want to see a passing of the torch, right? So you would want someone to beat Canelo in the ring and see the belts pass to them, and then they take that mantle as the next champion. But I don't think Canelo's going to let that happen. The question really is, who the hell does he fight? And I think he might just take Crawford and then retire. So UD. Here come the scores. 117. 110. 118. 209 for the second and third judges. I think I had it wider than that, to be honest. Yeah. Canelo. All right, guys. It's over. Thank you for sticking with me through this. Richard V, Jake Paul retire, maybe. Guys, thank you for sticking with me through this stream. Bang it a like quickly before you go. Subscribe if you're new. I'm going to go do 6 things we learnt now. So jump on that video once it's out. And support as you always do. Guys, thank you so much for those of you that were with me through this stream. You know, hopefully we'll see Canelo in a better fight before the end. But thought Berlanga did okay. All right, guys. As I always say, on to the next one. Enjoy your nights. Enjoy your days wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much.